That was a gunshot.
Damn, I didn't know Zach lived in the hood.
What the heck? Why are you standing by the window still?
What the heck? Because I have smoke. Zach doesn't like it inside.
I don't know. I think
I
that
think
this is
Zach
this
is
is an exception.
I think Zach will understand.
I think this is
Zach was like,
Wait, Zach said something?
Yeah.
it's still lit.
Zach, bro.
This nigga Zach.
Zach said, "Get the fuck back out there and find a shooter."
And if you ain't fucking with this podcast, then you're just a bitch ass trick.
Wait, how you keep him up? You gotta build.
You
him up.
honestly, you are such
I'm
an old head.
I'm
You're like my boss.
I'm fascinated.
My boss always has to comment on outfits or
Beautiful.
like hair.
I'm actually giving you a compliment because I like the way the jeans fit.
Yes, but why
And
you
they
got
fit,
it?
but-
Hold
You
the
said it like
mic- hold the
7
mic.
times. Why you got to
But
bring
I
up the
have-
jeans
'cause I have so many
every?
questions.
Phil, talking to the mic, please.
Bro,
But Phil acting like this is the first time he ever seen baggy jeans in his life.
This is
You've
the-
worn baggy jeans.
I don't wear them this baggy. This nigga got on like Luda.
You never wear your jeans that baggy?
Nah,
Yeah, I
I'm
think you did.
fascinated. how
Phil,
they keep
can
the
you
bitches up.
Phil? Yes, thank you.
So when you were in high school, and baggy was
These
the
are
style.
like these are plumber type baggy jeans.
Bro,
so.
like and also when I was in high
Then-
school, we wore shorts under our jeans. This nigga don't got no shorts under his jeans.
You don't know that.
Bro, if Lukey
don't,
was
I don't.
bald, I would think he's racist.
I can guarantee you he don't got shorts
by
under
his
jeans.
fit right now.
but
And we
why?
wore-
But you already said you like the jeans.
Yeah.
When I first got in, you don't have to mention them every
Bro,
time
he's
you
trying
open your
to
mouth.
he's trying to
Let
get in
me
your
turn it
jeans.
back.
He's trying to get in your.
That's what he said.
I'm trying to
He's
fuck
like-
something.
He's like,
He said, "I'm trying to take those big ass jeans off."
what's that song? Is there space enough for me in those
Genuine.
jeans? Yeah.
Ooh, looking good. And now, tell me,
Is there any more room?
more
There you go.
room for me? That's the class. I had sex to that song before. It's a great song.
Was she wearing jeans?
Yes, probably. Probably baby fat.
Really?
Probably.
Okay.
Think about it. Apple bottom, baby fat. That was what was popping back then.
If it was a girl I was fucking with, they definitely would have
They
had
had
the
Jenko
pocket
jeans.
lace.
The Brazilian ones?
The ones that Luke
I
hates.
know for sure.
The
Zach
Brazilian
loved
ones?
those.
Yeah, the ones that Colombian and Brazilian girls love.
Do those
wearing.
need to come back?
And he liked
Yeah.
the apple bottoms too.
Yeah,
With the
facts,
nose.
facts.
Well, the Brazilian ones they were basically like jeggings before jeggings.
Yeah,
They had no.
They
pockets.
100%. All right, who's our host for today?
I think it's
Phil.
me, 'cause
oh, it's you.
Everyone
All right.
else,
Take it
Uh-oh.
away. Take it away.
Okay.
He was
God.
prepared.
I'm nervous.
Cleared his throat.
So, guys,
Hey, your dog fought with me. G.
how was everyone this week?
My week was actually up and down.
Up and down. Okay.
Like I don't want to say it was good. I don't want to say it was bad. It had its moments. I got
Well,
to
you had
see
no
my-
kids camp.
Yeah, camp is done. But then I had to ref this Maccabi JCC stuff, which was so unorganized, but the champ game was very lit.
To be clear, it's not because they were Jewish.
Yes. Do not
It
want to
just
get
happened
canceled.
to be.
Yes.
How you seen the championship game? You refed it?
Yeah. I
Bro,
ref-
are you
Thursday?
kidding me?
Yeah, on Thursday.
This is Zach Bemmel, bro.
Where was it on
Why
Thursday?
thought he
you? Why?
wasn't?
Yeah. Why he asked that? Like,
you have the champ game?
No. Because on
But he's a
it
college.
was supposed. I know it was supposed to be at NSU.
yeah, it ended up
And-
being at the JCC.
Yeah, so we prepared, like, set up everything for Thursday. We had 0 games at NSU all Thursday. So I was like,
And they didn't
I
even
was
give
like,
y'all a heads up?
No, and I was like, okay, I wonder what's going on.
Damn.
Honestly, it was a
just
little
switched it.
unorganized, but
Yeah.
there was because I thought the whole thing was just basketball. Like it was volleyball. I think
Yeah, and
like it was everything.
And I know there's also other locations just
Is this Olympics?
around the
yeah, it
state.
was like the Jewish Olympics essentially.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But
Where's
I'm not the main point of contact, but at the same time, like I heard about the updates.
Mhm.
So when we didn't have anything going on and we had set up for games, I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like,
Yeah.
how do they just cancel a whole day?
Yeah.
they
So
just
it was
moved the
all
whole
it was
fucking
all
day.
at the JCC.
Dang,
Where's
Luke was
where's
pissed.
the JCC at?
It's in like Davie area.
Is that
kind
on
of.
the
Cooper
same
City.
campus as like David Pozniak, that Jewish school? Like
I'm not
Pontiac?
sure.
Is it on Pine Island in like Sterling?
I
They got like a
actually-
big ass.
No, just keep asking questions.
There's a
Just
few.
fluster.
Nah, I'll see if I could pull up.
How many
the
students
address.
they
Well,
got?
yeah, there's a
School.
few JCCs, but my dad plays at the one that you're
This
talking about.
was
Phil.
yeah, Dave Posnick,
Yeah,
JCC.
I ref there. That gym is nice.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, They whole campus is nice. First time I went there, it was like for a sophomore freshman game, and I was like, wait, they playing in this? This is crazy.
Yeah, that shit was huge. Victor
got a whole little
Oladipo was there.
compound.
I told AJ, so
Yeah,
people
they
were
had
freaking
turf.
out about Victor Oladipo.
Who was he there to see?
So he was talking at halftime, and I couldn't really understand because the acoustics were trash. He either said he was Jewish or his friend was Jewish.
Oh, okay.
Which, if his friend was Jewish, that just makes it more funny that they had him come and speak at the thing. But yeah, I mean, it was cool. People were free. At first, I thought it was a fight because everyone was like rushing, and people were freaking out. And
Oh, so
then,
you got excited and then you were disappointed when you thought.
Nah, I just was talking to Cliff,
Clifford.
and then at halftime, Vic all of a sudden was speaking, and yeah.
That's cool. That's what's up.
Yup.
All right, Lukey, what about you? How's your week been? Other than being pissed about them
How was my week?
not showing up on Thursday.
No, I wasn't pissed about it. I was just confused. How was my week? I seen Zach. We lifted together.
Yup. It's been a minute since we've lifted together.
Hey.
And Luke had his shirt rolled up. I was like, damn, I missed this, Lukey.
Yeah, bro, Luke's on different timing right now.
I am.
Luke is vintage 2012.
Yeah.
Lukey right now.
And I know y'all can't tell because Luke always wear big shirts. But Luke, that nigga swole,
He's
low
getting
key.
puffy, bro.
He looked like he got SpongeBob arms. I tell him that all the time. The episode when he had the inflatable arms, that's what Luke looked like.
Anyways, I also worked out with AJ.
It's lit.
Well, actually, AJ and I've been working out like every other day
Yeah.
probably. Been playing ping pong. Didn't play any pickleball this week.
Luke didn't want it.
Have
I
you
wanted-
only
I
been
wanted
playing at NSU, or you been playing at other locations?
Only at NSU.
Got you.
And AJ. Wait, was it? Was it this week when we played 1-on-1? That was
In
actually
pickleball?
Kinda, yeah, or that was 2 weeks ago. Because we didn't mention it on the last pod, but that shit was kind
I
of
don't
fun.
know.
It was
Yeah.
fun and frustrating at the same time, but it was fun.
Yeah.
But my week was easy, bro. Next week is gonna be the fucking worst
Yup.
because everyone's back on campus. Classes don't start till the 21st, but we have like 30 different events next week. And I've been coasting, so like right now
Mhm.
I'm gonna be kind of flustered.
Got you.
Week's been good though.
Little Phil? Sorry, Big Phil?
Week's been straight. I've been trying to worked out once, like lifted weights this week. So like trying to weasel my way back in the gym.
He's a
weasel. You're a
he doesn't
weasel,
want to.
man.
He doesn't want to walk through the front door. He wants to sneak in.
He looks like a weasel.
Other than that, I went to I've worked out, like trained every night this week. So on my body, I was really,
Let's go, bro.
I
We
was
gotta
really
get-
sore this week.
It's puff season.
Other than that, work's been good this week. Yeah, man, it's just good week overall. Just chill.
Oh,
Got some
cool,
good
cool,
training
cool.
in. Got beat up Wednesday night in boxing, but learned a lot. so-
Wait, boxing?
Yeah, we do. It was just me and Mo for 'cause we
gotcha.
have fight team practice on Wednesday nights.
Mm-hmm.
But so it was just me and Mo, and then we were just working boxing, pretty much working boxing drills majority of the practice. And Mo's a really good boxer,
Mm-hmm.
so he was working like the shoulder roll, the Philly shell technique, and then I was just pressuring him and working on different angles. But even him just working on his Philly shell, was kicking my ass. I couldn't figure out how that.
What is Philly show for myself and people that don't
what
know?
Mayweather made popular. It's the when you
Use your
roll your
shoulders.
shoulder,
Mm.
when you roll your chin behind your shoulder,
Got
and you
you.
counter. They strike, your shoulder blocks, you counter off.
Got you.
Yeah.
You.
If you ever look at Mayweather in the corner and he hunches and he tucks under that shoulder and has his hand across his chest,
Mm-hmm.
that's the Philly shell.
Got you.
Yep. So good week though. My legs have been really, really sore, but
You
good.
you're squatting. Why are your legs sore?
I squatted Monday when worked out at Nova with
All your legs have been sore, huh?
and then kicking. Obviously, when you work any type part of your body, but
Yeah.
straight kicking. So
Okay.
You got to come back to NSU.
I'll be back next week. I wanted to come on. I was gonna work out Wednesday, but I was so sore I didn't want to overdo it. Got to ease the body. I'm 33 now, so I just can't fucking overload my body like that, like I
Yeah,
used to.
facts.
Mm-hmm.
Slow transition, but I worked out 4 days this week, so we up and up.
So real quick, because I know for me it's been the case. You feel like you're not able to recover like you used to be able to.
Not
Oh,
at all.
for sure. Yeah,
Not at all.
I already are like that. I'm
Really?
like that. Yeah.
What about you?
I feel fine.
Yeah. Like, obviously, we all used to play hella games of pickup basketball. We used to ref hella games in a row. Now, if I ref 3 games in a row, like the next day, my calves are tight, my Achilles is tight.
Mm-hmm.
Like trying to bend down, like all of a sudden it feel like my leg will give out. Like it's tough. It's not like what it used to be at 23. 33, a whole different beast.
Yeah.
I think I started feeling it at like 31, really. But
Okay.
that's also because I don't stretch. I feel like if I actually stretched as much as I should, because I feel like when I was working out in my 20s, I still did yoga. Like I don't do yoga anymore. I
Yeah.
feel like it wouldn't be as bad if I did yoga, but
Yeah.
the idea of stretching after a workout just fucking in my mind, I'm like, I'm not doing this shit, even though I should be doing it.
Yeah, it's getting better for me because I'm working out every day. But my biggest thing is just my ankle. Like I can't do back to backs on my ankle.
Yeah.
Because it's it's definitely still fractured. But
Got you.
it's like a hairline, and it's just a stress fracture. So
Yeah.
it can get stressed. But my week's been good. A little bit. I don't want to say stressful, but I just kind of have maybe some anxiousness because we're gonna launch Lane soon.
Hey.
So it's just like
Tell the people what Lane is.
prepping for that. It's more than a clothing brand, but it's a brand that
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. It's a brand that myself, Lukey, Julian, my brother, and Nick, my cousin, are collaborating on, but just started it together. It's been over a year in the making, just because lots been going on with everyone in this past year. But also we wanted to make sure we did it right, took our time, not rushed to get anything out there. But it's exciting. You guys can go follow us at lane.conglomerate with no vowels on IG. You can also go to my IG and just tap it in the bio.
CNGLMRT.
I think he
I
spelled that
believe.
right, yeah. But yep. And yeah, we already have a bunch of content up there from the trip we did way back when that we spoke to you guys about, and features of products. Kind of gives you guys the vibe of what at least this first capsule drop is going to be.
So what made y'all go with the name Lane Conglomerate? Is there anything, or was it just?
We kind of have some like ideas behind it and stuff. It's not really an acronym, but it kind of started like that at first. But we just like the we kind of ironically don't want to be defined to like one lane. We want to be a brand that, like, even with this drop, it's not just clothes. Like we have other items in there too, and in the future we'll be doing other non-clothing items
Lane home
as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so Lukey and all of us can get our home stuff off. He can build out some more coffee tables that we can maybe sell. So yeah, it's gonna be more than just clothes. So that's kind of the gist of why we went with Lane. Also, we like the different ways we can play with it, like the name, obviously, and obviously, like you guys will see the logo and the things we can do with that. So that's kind of why we went with that.
Yeah, we had about like 60 names
Yep.
written down. And we
The
spent-
name picking process took
that took about 2 months or more.
at least.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
2 months, and then it took another maybe 3 weeks after, because it was me, Luke, and Nick at first, and then we added Julian, which I think we wanted to from the beginning, but we just didn't know if he was going to be on a sub or not, and when he was going to be able to. But yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
That's fire. Well, I like the logo. I like everything I've seen so far. Gabe killed it with the
Appreciate it.
shots and the promo video
Yeah, that
from when
video
y'all
was
were on the
lit.
West Coast. Y'all killing it, and I can't wait to see what comes up.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. Like your first drop, it's like, okay, why would someone want to buy this shirt that just has our logo on it?
Yeah.
When there's like a million people doing that, and that's why I'm really happy with the turnout from the shoot, and then we have 2 more shoots coming up next weekend to prepare. But the whole like aesthetic, the whole vibe of it, when you go on the IG, it's all like congruent. Everything kind of works with each other. To me, it makes people like buy into it a little bit more.
We hope, at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
And
mean,
it resonates. I think it'll resonate with
yeah,
more
a lot
people.
of thought has been put into it, a lot of work, a lot of coordination, a lot of yeah, definitely a lot of thought. The products are high quality. We didn't just like get some cheap shirts, some Gildans, and just be like, oh yeah, go buy this shirt.
Yeah, that's facts.
So if you guys purchase from us or what do you call it? Yeah, purchase from us or get any of our products, they can be long lasting, high quality garments, materials that you guys could wear for a long time or just have for a long time.
About 12 ounces
Yep.
per
Heavyweight.
shirt. Heavyweight
I don't
shirt.
even know what an average shirt.
It's
ounce
less
is.
than
5 ounces.
Yeah, less
Alright.
like
Like
seven.
this shirt,
Yeah.
this shirt's probably like
Well, this
4.5.
one's probably super light.
That one's
Yeah,
like
it's-
4.5. Yeah.
This one
So think about it, like
probably like 6
3
or
times
7.
as heavy as that shirt.
Damn, that shit gonna
It's
make me
8.
build my calf muscles up, my leg muscles.
You
That's
can
gonna
wear
be
it
a
to work
workout.
out.
That's just
bro.
a shirt, a blanket with a shirt.
For real.
Yeah.
But
So
y'all
Yeah,
gonna
it
have
will
a
last
website?
even through like we tested out even through washes. It like
it holds
we'll have a
up
black
for
shirt
while.
and a cream shirt.
Doesn't
which
fade.
Is like off white, but yeah, it doesn't really fade. It holds up, holds its shape. We
Pre-shrunken?
pre-shrunk, so
Is the
all that.
website already up?
we have a website, but it's right now it's like sign up for updates with
Got
your email.
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I need to sign up for updates.
You do.
yes sir, go ahead there
I'm gonna
and
do
do
it right now. Can I do it through the Instagram?
I don't know if I put the link in the Instagram. You
No,
can go to
We need to though.
yeah. I didn't want to do that because I didn't have anything on there
Gotcha.
yet, but it's laneconglomerate.com, but conglomerate again with no vowel. CNGL. Spell it, Lukey. MRT.
CNGLMRT.
Betsy. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So super
Alright.
excited.
If that is all for individual updates, we can jump into the random topics. I feel like we should have drop music there. Oh,
We
I already
should.
went. The first one was land announcement,
Yeah.
and I just touched that. The event of the century. It's gonna go down for years to come.
Bruh.
The Montgomery River boat fight.
I'm so mad that like major shit happens like right after we record.
Yeah, that was like the same day.
Yeah, because by the time we talk about it, it's gonna be hella late, but we still
It's
gotta
gonna be
talk about
Tuesday.
it.
Yeah, for sure.
We still gotta talk about this, bro. The memes and just
Yeah.
the video in general
Bro,
was fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
Not even the memes, like people's reactions
Yeah.
and people's immediate like. It happened on Saturday, right? It was. I think it was a Saturday.
I think so. Yeah.
And I ended up. I don't know if I saw it first out of everyone, but I saw it maybe like 3 hours after it happened.
Yeah.
And some people, bro, had shirts with like a screen printed shirt
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
picture of it the same day.
Yeah.
The same day. That's insane.
Yeah. So real quick for anyone that lives under a fucking rock, quick recap. There was a giant brawl that took place on a river because there was a security guard told these people that had a little pontoon boat that they cannot park their boat there because there was a giant ferry, I guess you'll call it, that had a dock.
Riverboat, yeah.
The people that had the pontoon, they were white. Security guard was black. They refused to move it, so he took matters into his own hand, tried to move it. The white people came back, tried to fight him, and then as soon as the security guard threw his hat in the air and saw the black people saw him getting beat up,
The International Flag Signal.
yeah, the Avengers all came in to help and save the day, and then it just has turned into social media gold ever since then.
Yeah, for sure. It was lit. It was
What
lit
I
to
think
see.
all of us are kind of on the same page, but what was y'all's favorite part of the entire video?
Well, so there I had 3 favorite parts. My first favorite part was the hat being thrown in the air.
Okay.
When I saw that, I was like, "Oh, this is lit." It's
He
on.
turned
It's
it backwards
hilarious.
at first.
Yeah,
Did
well,
he?
well,
Yeah, he turned it backwards
he
and
turned
goes-
it. Well, he turned it backwards.
like
It wasn't
Ash
like it wasn't in
Ketchum?
the same like motion. He turned it
Yeah, it was-
backwards when they were like in his face,
Oh, okay.
and then later on, he's like, "All right, I need this hat off.
Yeah.
I need to signal my brothers." And then the dude swimming,
Bro,
right? Because
that-
you can tell he was not a great swimmer, but he jumped into the water in the river and swam. It took him a while.
To me,
but
it looked like he was a good swimmer, but also
Nah.
swimming with your clothes on plus shoes is tough.
that's true. But like his form was bad. Like
His form was
his
bad.
arms were really wide for like a freestyle.
And
He was just getting
river,
there.
right? I'm
Yeah.
not sure.
Yeah, so you don't know which way the current was.
Yeah.
He maybe could have
That's
been
true.
against the current or whatever. So, But nah, that
And
was
then-
definitely my favorite part. Buddy swimming.
And then my third favorite was when they were skipping up to the boat.
Yeah.
They walked up and just popped him.
Yeah.
Oh, while they were on the boat.
Yeah. But
Whoops.
We got hella noises in this one.
it's an ASMR. What was I gonna say? Yeah. What's your guys' favorite parts? I'll just skip out.
Swimming for sure, and then all the nicknames that they gave Buddy.
Oh
the,
yeah,
the
I'll come
swimmer.
in. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So the guy that was the security guard, quote unquote, was a co-captain of the boat. He had gotten off the boat to move it so they can park.
So he wasn't actual security then.
Well, he was. I mean, he was like both. He was a
Gotcha.
captain of it, and he worked at the docks or whatever.
Yeah, he's like a
but
dock
that's
guy.
Okay.
that's also why everyone, like, he was beloved by the entire crew and like the
Mhm.
company and stuff. So that's why everyone was down to ride and ready right away. But yeah,
I like when the ladies jumped in and then more ladies jumped in and beat the lady's ass.
Yeah.
And then the fucking chair.
Bro, did y'all see the mug? Sorry to cut you off, but did y'all see the mug shots after
Yes,
of the white
sir.
people?
No, I need to
oh
see
my
it.
god.
Shorty
the-
nose was.
they were
Bro,
really?
her
they look
nose looks fake.
Let me see
I'm
it.
gonna pull it up. for
But
you.
the chair part wasn't like that funny to me. But the memes that came from the chair, like seeing people work
Yeah.
out now with like chairs in
bro.
their hands
Chair
and, like,
sales went through the roof apparently.
that shit was that was funny. Like the aftermath of the chair.
My favorite
Why is it not
part
popping
was
Favorite part.
my throat's dry. But the commentary on the first video that went viral, the black lady that's on the boat, as she's narrating the whole story.
Oh yeah.
That was probably my favorite part because she was saying everybody's inner thoughts. Like, that's the man, that's the captain of the boat, and he trying to move their boat. Why they messing with that man? He had his job. No, they jumping him. They beating his ass. So that part was funny. The chair guy was funny. Even just I felt kind of bad with him hitting the lady.
Honestly, I think that might be fake.
gotta be.
Well, I think the thing is real, but I don't think that was from the actual brawl. Because just now when I Googled it, that didn't pop up.
But
it took me way
the,
too long to find that.
But yeah, and I mean,
Yeah,
my biggest thing was I just like the solidarity. It's like but then like I feel like within the black community, it's an unspoken rule. Like you
Yeah.
don't mess with niggas at their job.
Yeah.
Like you don't give black people reason to get mad at
Yeah.
you. And if we perceive that you beating up an innocent black man that's just working, or innocent black person, anybody that's working,
Yeah.
and then y'all jump, and it's a bunch of white dudes jumping, you ask for all of the black population to unite on that.
Yeah.
Anyone in the vicinity.
So
Yeah.
I know
'Cause,
2000.
like if you're in the wrong, we gonna let you be in the wrong. But if you're not in the wrong, somebody gonna help.
I like the like you said, the commentary. I like the commentary, not of the lady on the boat, but the lady on the back of the dock that caught the people like skipping up
yeah,
and running.
yeah.
Bro, she was hilarious.
So I know 2012 Phil's response, but 2023, are you joining in on that?
Of course,
Now that
what?
you're a fighter.
Yes,
Yeah,
Phil's
I'm getting
joining
in
in.
on that, yeah.
Okay.
Just because, like, I would get in on that if it's anybody that's wrong,
Yeah.
regardless of race.
Yeah, same.
But especially if it's black, I'm definitely getting in on that. If it
Yeah, I'm
was
not-
like, if it was
I'm
like
not-
a woman of any race or like an elder person, and I'm like, damn, they getting jumped by some dudes or like somebody, and I'm like, man, they wrong. That person's doing their job. Oh, I'm intervening if I can.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
not-
now I'm just more equipped with more tools to like get people out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Gotcha.
not watching anyone get jumped at all.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think a problem. My biggest issue today is people just sitting back and watching bad shit happen. And I get there's some danger in intervening, but I don't know. It's just like I be feeling bad sometimes. Like all these niggas recording, they ain't doing shit.
Mhm.
Maybe more, but people getting their heads beat in. It's like,
Yeah.
bro, at least try to hold them
Yeah,
back.
stop
Or
it or
something. You ain't
something.
gotta fight it. Just try to hold them.
Yeah,
back,
that
break it
would
up.
be my thing, because I'd be too pussy to, unless I saw one of y'all fighting, then I'm like, all right, I gotta fight now. But if I was the first responder in that situation, I'm probably just trying to like, hey
You
guys,
gonna be
calm
like that
down.
one
First,
dude
I'm
that
gonna be
was
like,
just pulling niggas off, like,
yeah.
the one dude.
But if they still trying to fight after that, I'm gonna just try to hold some people up or whatever.
Because if you watch the video, the first black guy that came over to help the dot guy
Was trying to
he
stop
just,
it,
He was
yeah.
just trying to stop it.
Yeah.
But then like they start beating his ass too, and then
No, but
fucking
that- I
the
don't
wave of black people just came down the dock.
Yeah.
I don't think they actually started beating his ass.
They just started trying to fight him. Yeah.
Well, no,
'Cause
they-
he wasn't losing. Like he was.
Well, no, he pulled two guys,
And then
off
he
of him,
kicked somebody.
and then somebody hit him. So now he's trying to
Yeah.
beat his ass,
Yeah.
and he's really trying to just
Yeah,
defuse
it's-
the situation.
Right, he's trying to. I mean, I think he's trying to defuse it because he's like,
Yeah.
all right, I know it's 2-on-6 right now. Let me try to defuse it before I have
Yeah.
to we both had to fight. Two,
Then somebody
one
swing
person
on
fight
you,
four
then
people.
it's fuck the
But when
feud.
they were on the
Exactly,
ground,
yeah.
he tried to stomp somebody, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw.
And another one of my favorite things, which I feel like a lot of people haven't really talked about, like I do kind of like how the cops handled the situation because they really weren't trying to break it up. They were like, "We
Until
gonna."
the chair came
Yeah,
up.
exactly. Once Buddy
Said,
started,
you arrested.
yeah, once he started wilding with the chair, they were like, "All right, we got to intervene now."
Buddy
But for
came
the
out
most
the
part, they
woodwork.
were like, "We're gonna let the street warriors handle this."
Hey, you could tell that ain't the first time he hit niggas with a chair. Cause he saw the white lady on the ground, she's like, "Fuck it."
Bopped her on the head.
Yeah,
bro.
he was wilding, bro. He was wilding for real. But nah,
But at the same time, no.
Hey, all is fair in brawls, bro. And
yeah,
all is
100%,
fair.
100%.
Oh man, shout out to Montgomery.
Love
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah. But then people started trying to do too much with like recreating the videos and trying to be funny with like chair shit. Like they drove that shit into the ground. So I saw someone got a tattoo of a
Tattoo,
chair.
that was
Yeah.
stupid. I'm
Yeah,
like,
that's
that's
great. I
wild.
didn't see that.
Then the cops. It was like a cop, a police department with two white cops set up with the chair, and I'm like, bro,
Oh,
stop.
really?
Yeah. Like, just stop.
Yeah. So, shout out to Montgomery.
Shout out to the chairs.
Yes.
I didn't hear this, but a supermarket closed after spotting a spider.
I wonder who put that on there. What kind of spider is it?
Me? I don't know. I didn't put it.
You didn't read the whole
Yeah.
title.
Oh, okay. I thought there was another thing. Supermarket closes after spotting a spider that can cause permanent erection.
Who put this one on there? The bigger pervert or the biggest pervert?
I would say the biggest.
It was me. But no, I just.
So permanent. So how does that work? Is it permanent forever?
What?
I mean, it says permanent, so permanent it is.
Wait, so
It's for-
the spider bites you and you have ED,
Is
or
it
you just keep it up?
permanent?
No, not
Zach is like
ET.
Mike Cakes right now. I'm trying to find that spider.
He already found the grocery store. Where is it?
No, it was in Australia. I did read that in the caption.
Yeah,
Sounds
read that in
like
the caption.
Australia.
No, it
yeah.
was. It was on.
My man knows the
Bro's trying to
latitude and
No.
longitude.
He's
of
trying to
that
book a
supermarket.
vacation right now.
Nah, but as soon as I read that, I was like, this sounds like. Because in porn videos, it's always like not always, but a lot of times they do spoofs of like actual shit. Like that sounds
Yeah.
like Spider. Like that would be the most wild Spider-Man story.
Or like
he
a
just gets
or like a
bit by
superhero. Like when they did like the Hulk story where he's
Yeah.
like, oh, he's built in a lab or whatever. He got exposed to gamma rays.
Yeah, exactly.
He got exposed to experimental spider, and now
exactly.
he's clapping everyone's cheeks in the vicinity.
Right. Nah, but that's wild. To one that there's a spider like that, like y'all already know how I feel about a higher being, but if there is one, that is the most crazy sense of humor. Like, how is that self-defense?
That's
Like,
funny.
oh, you just have a boner now. Like, you're not poisoning
but
and gonna
that's-
die.
It probably has to do with just it changes like blood flow in your
Yeah,
body.
Yeah.
probably.
It's not like God was like, this spider is gonna cause permanent erections. It's just this spider is gonna change like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
blood
yeah. Like,
composition or whatever.
Who was the person that saw the spider and knew that's what it does? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
what if
is
somebody
also-
released it in the
that
store?
is
Like,
very-
fuck all these people. Like, nigga just been concocted.
and how long has this? How's it? What?
Concocting?
No, you just said cocked.
And how long has the spider been in existence? Right? Like,
Yeah.
imagine the first person bit by this, and they're just like, "Bro, come on." And he's like, "No, I got bit by a spider."
Like, you just sitting there scared that you dying.
You go back to your village, and they're like, "Bro, are you serious?" Like, everyone, we're gonna have to wear clothes now.
Suck the venom.
We're not.
out
We're
of
not
It
just
could
wearing.
be. It could be that Zach was bitten by the spider as a child,
it. Not at all.
as a baby.
I don't have a boner right now. That shit would
Maybe
also.
you do that.
I promise you I don't. I promise you I don't. But nah, that shit, like, I want to know how long until you, like, severely start being in pain, like, as the person. Because I feel like having a boner for, like,
It
more
hurts?
than 30 minutes starts to hurt.
Nah.
Well,
What?
yeah, it
30
depends on
minutes?
it depends on what kind of boner you have. Like, if you have a very sexually charged one,
Yeah.
where you're like, maybe.
Yeah.
But if it's just like a little constant one, I don't know if it would.
I feel like more than 30 minutes. And I feel like once you get like an hour and a half, I feel like 30 minutes is kind of like a norm. Maybe?
Yeah, I don't think 30 minutes is that long.
Yeah. Maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours or something.
Is it dead?
But don't
Oh,
they
no.
tell you go to the
And you gotta go see a
hospital?
doctor,
Yeah, if
yeah.
it's like 6 hours with Viagra.
No, that's that's just marketing though.
Bro, that sounds awful, though. Could you imagine you take a Viagra and you up 6 hours?
You guys never heard about that?
What?
That
That was a
warning.
gunshot. That was a gunshot.
What was that?
That was a gunshot.
Damn, I didn't know Zach lived in the hood.
What the heck? Why are you standing by the window still?
What the heck? Because I can smoke. That doesn't like it inside.
I don't know. I think
I
that
think this is
you're, yeah, this is,
okay.
this is an exception.
I think Zach will understand.
I think this is an,
That was like,
wait, Zach said something?
Yeah.
it's still lit.
Zach, bro.
This nigga Zach. It
Zach said, "Get the fuck back out there and find a shooter."
only sounded like a one single gunshot. Maybe. Oh, I can't say that.
I think it's maybe like work on the highway or something.
Yeah, that sounded more like an accident.
Or explosion or
It
something.
sounded like
Okay.
something like
A dynamite.
hard on the concrete, like, doom.
We're all dying.
Like
and
a
there's
giant
mess.
erection just hit the concrete.
someone like get bit by the spider.
It's like there's
Damn,
smoke.
I was saying something, and I forgot now.
Well,
I-
go
it
back
sounded-
up here and die.
Hey, is that za?
Wow,
I smell weed in here. Get the fuck out.
how rude.
Was
Tati.
that za?
There's just a drive-by, everyone.
Oh yeah. So
Be out here dying. Don't worry.
I don't know if the mic. Did you hear that on the in the headset?
the
That
I don't know if I heard it in the
Yeah.
headset or just felt it, but yeah, I think they'll probably hear it. But the yeah, the
Somebody got
Viagra Viagra warning is just advertising, bro. A copywriter wrote that.
Really?
Yeah, it's. I mean, they had to have like a disclaimer.
This is
But it's
real or
not-
a conspiracy?
No, that's
theory?
it's real.
Oh,
Like a
okay.
copywriter wrote that. That if you get an erection lasting 6 hours or longer, then go to a doctor.
Oh, because they just have to cover themselves.
Because people. Well, no. Like that is. I forgot what the actual term is, but it's like imagine if you struggle with an erection and you're like, I can't last for 10 minutes, but this one's gonna give me a 6 hour one. All right, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get that one, and if anything, then I'll go. But yeah, that's yeah, and it helps sales go like through the roof.
Wait, I'm still confused. How would that help sales?
So if you're seeing a commercial, right, and you're like, oh, it's just another like dick pill or something
Yeah.
or whatever, and then you're like, wait, hold on, this one could possibly give me an erection that lasts this long.
See, because I don't have ED, I don't
Right,
relate.
exactly.
But that's the last that's what would turn me
Yeah.
off of it. That's why I'm like, I never want to try Viagra. And I see all these ads for Blue Chew. I'm like, maybe I want to try Blue Chew.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have an erection for that long.
That's the reason why I haven't tried it too.
Yeah.
Wait, what's Blue Chew?
But to
you
me,
don't,
it
you don't have
reminds me of-
issues with it.
it's another dick
If
pill.
if you have issues with keeping or getting an erection, you're never gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna have this thing for 6 hours, you know.
To me, it reminds me of like the end of any prescription, anything where they're like, side effects may include death. Like
Yeah.
they just have. I feel like it's just a disclaimer.
Yeah.
And that's what it seems like to me.
Right, exactly. That's like the genius behind it, because it feels like that, but it triggers in your mind like, oh shit, this is actually gonna work. Like
Yeah.
it might work too well, you know.
You trying a honey pack?
No. And the fact that I keep seeing videos of people just like randomly mixing it into like potluck
Recipes.
type things, like meals for a large group of people. Like, just imagine we're having like a Super Bowl party and all of a sudden one of y'all getting hard as shit because of
That's
something I
wild.
made.
Niggas like, all right, boy, I'm about to go home, G. It's been a good night. Niggas don't even make it to the car.
That's funny.
I also want to know
I'm
what that
just,
spider would do to women.
I'm just afraid of trying like any of those things because I don't need it. So it's
Exactly.
like, why would I try it if I don't need it? I don't want to
Exactly.
see the effects. So I feel like it'd throw me off.
I need a testosterone repressor. That's what I need.
Repressor.
I don't need to get more testosterone in me. Anyways, what you got, AJ?
Lil Tay's fake death. This was breaking news yesterday, right? That it was fake, or was it 2 days ago?
Yeah,
a couple
so
days
like
ago.
2 or 3 days ago, they announced that Lil Tay had passed away. She used to be a viral sensation on, I want to say Vine, maybe Instagram, several years ago. And then, yeah, announced she died. But then that same day, Tatiana had told me that she was seeing TikToks of it was a conspiracy theory, that there was an account that came from supposedly Lil Tay saying, I'm not dead, that my account got hacked. And then the next day, like everyone was saying, not really dead.
Yeah, there's a lot of R.I.P. Lil Tay's,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of people like their parents did it. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Because that was what I started seeing. So allegedly, for a couple of years now, her brother was saying that the dad was abusing Lil Tay, like him and Lil Tay. So that people were suspecting that the dad had something to do with the death, and then that they were saying when Lil Tay died that also the brother died. So it's just so much fake news out here.
Yeah, it's
Got to
kinda
do
weird.
your researches, do your Googles.
But yeah, even if someone who hacked their account, why would they want to do that? I don't get that.
Yes, I agree. Why would they want to do that?
Because they could just prove that you're not dead, and then like if you're usually hackers will have like a means to an end, right? Especially if
Yeah.
they're going after a bigger person like that. They're like, all right, pay me this much and I'll give you your account back. Like that
Yeah.
happens a lot.
But we also see all the time of like these fake deaths. Like how many times have we seen on social media that Jackie Chan has passed away? Like I feel like every 5 years we're
Get that a
seeing
lot. Yep.
Jackie Chan passed away. People just dumb and bored. But the fact that they actually hacked their account and then
And that's where they went like that.
yeah, Lil Tay of all people. I don't know. It's weird. People weird out here, man.
Oh man, shout out to Lil Tay for not being dead.
Yes,
though.
facts. I wonder what she is. Lil Tay a boy or a girl? I don't even know.
Girl.
It's
A girl,
I was
bro.
going like, I'm rich as
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I thought they
Are you
were a
broke,
girl, but
hoes?
I was also like,
I'm 9 and y'all broke.
She's from Vancouver or
And I
something
think
like
it
right?
had to be IG.
Yeah.
Not
okay,
mine.
all right.
It had
Because
to
it was
be
only
actually.
5 years ago.
Damn, it was that short ago.
Yeah,
It
she's
felt
like
way
nine. She
longer.
was like 9 at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So moving on, Cenat arrested and released. That was crazy and hilarious thing. Like,
Yes.
he got arrested for like inciting a riot,
Mhm.
but he
Yeah.
just had a he just had a meet and greet where he was
Yeah.
giving away things and people went crazy.
But they were like robbing street vendors.
The
Mhm.
people were
Yeah, the people. So they charged him to it.
So, what's y'all thoughts about like? Do you think? Yes, Kai's in the wrong, but are you like he
Wait.
should have known better?
Well, I don't know, what did he do wrong?
So, like you said, all he did was have like a get together so he could give out PS5s.
Right.
But I've seen so many people like he was dumb for this or he should have known better. Like, yes, you have an idea of what your following is, but I'm not anticipating my follower because it's not like he was like, oh, you need to do this and that.
Yeah, you're not.
like,
Yeah, you're not anticipating how many people are gonna show up and like
and
he
start
just-
acting a damn fool.
Right.
True,
He
but I
just
Wait, you said he was wrong.
he just
though.
under. Yeah, I
No,
don't think he was wrong.
No, he's wrong in the sense of the law, I guess. I don't think he's wrong. I wouldn't be like, Kai, you're wrong for that.
He just like underestimated his following and like how many people would show up. And I don't even think like the people who follow him are bad people. It's just
Yeah.
like one, like you're giving away PS5s, people probably gonna come and there's probably gonna be
Regardless, yeah.
people that are on the wrong type of time. And like just when you have a group that big or a group gets that big, mob mentality takes over.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh, like police can't stop us. If one person does one thing, like, damn, I can do that too. I've always wanted to kick a police car and run away and not get caught or something, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's in New York.
Yeah,
New
I
York's
mean-
like another beast.
Yeah.
I would say you need to have more like social, like not I guess awareness, I guess,
hmm
and just understanding the. And I think they know the power they have. I don't think it's naive of me to say like they probably know they can really incite a riot because them niggas. I find them Twitch streaming niggas like weird, anyways.
Yeah.
Like them are like those kids or that bunch seems to be the rave turn up bunch, fuck shit up type.
Like rowdy,
bunch.
yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like there's been multiple incidents and cases where you have like these streamers and these Twitch like this influencer. They'll do something and it's always ends bad or shit, property always gets damaged. So I
Yeah.
feel like maybe if you're gonna do something like that, maybe have it more organized, maybe have security
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I'm
try to-
sure
you know what I
in,
mean?
in retrospect, moving forward, he's going to do that.
Yeah.
But as far as I know, I could be wrong. This is the first time I'm assuming he's done something like this. And
It's
yes,
like these
maybe
young niggas
he
just bow.
maybe he understands his popularity, but I don't think he anticipated people starting fucking rioting and jumping on cars, kicking
Yeah.
police cars and
Facts.
shit like that.
Maybe. But I don't know because like even when he was in that music video with Vert,
hmm
like you see what the crowds always are like. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I feel like
yeah,
he's
it's a
been
music
experienced.
video.
Yeah, but you still a celebrity, you still a public figure. You know you have a following.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
mean,
feel
that's kind of a good
like,
point. Like,
part
of course,
it, like obviously you're not responsible for what
Yeah.
they do, but part of it is at some point you gotta. I don't know.
yeah,
It's weird. Cause like I don't know when Hove like for instance when Hove hopped in the subway in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he delayed all of like he caused that big I guess I don't even like roadblock. I don't even know how to pronounce know what I'm saying? And he caused chaos,
yeah.
but they didn't fuck shit up. It was just people just wanted to see Hove, but his demographic was also like older 20s, 30-year-olds. It was like adults and children. And it was like so many people just flocked to see Hove, but they didn't really damage shit. I feel like these turned up young dudes, the people they attract to their gatherings are turned up people.
Yeah.
That like to vamp, that like to get lit, that be on demon time type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
I mean, I think you're like.
So it's like the
assuming a
demographic
lot.
you attract, like that is your demographic is young wild niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, at that time, I don't know what time that was when Jay-Z did it, but I mean, he's a rapper who rapped about like not the best things all the time, you know? Like it's different. He's different now, but I feel like that it's not much different, or I wouldn't assume much different from the type of people that would show up. And I don't think you can expect people to behave that way in general. Like even like maybe you can, but I mean he probably knows now.
Yeah, exactly.
But
now.
maybe if like maybe Travis Scott should expect that because he has like moshes and like what is it called, mosh pits when he performs and stuff.
Yeah.
But even still, when he does meet and greets, it's probably not like that. And maybe he has security and there's other stuff that he can control. But I don't think that you're expecting that, especially if it's your first time doing it or if you're just someone like that. And I don't know if it was in New York, like Luke said, I don't think it would have gotten like that.
I don't know. I think you get that response in any major city.
I mean, well, there's a ton more people in New York, and two, like the places or the space that you're in is a lot smaller.
Well, that's I said major cities. So I'm thinking like the LA's, the New York, places that's congested already with a bunch of people that have.
Yeah, like
big
LA,
cities,
I don't think
yeah.
it would have been like that in LA. There's more space. It depends on where he did it, like maybe in downtown, but
Yeah, where you do it is also because obviously we saw the mass amount of people in the streets. I don't know if that's initially where the giveaway was supposed to be, but like if he does that in fucking Central Park, maybe it's not as bad. Like
It was in Central Park, wasn't it?
Oh, was it?
I'm pretty sure it was
Oh,
in Central
okay.
Park.
no, the videos I seen, it was like it looked like in the middle of buildings and stuff.
But like if someone went to like South Beach or did some shit there, like on the actual beach, like obviously there's plenty of space. Like yeah, Collins might be fucking filled up or whatever, but
Yeah.
where you do it is also a major factor. But hopefully moving forward, he knows better now. Hopefully he's not charged with anything too major. They did release him, so
Yeah, I don't know what they'll do with that because
They're probably still gonna charge
obviously
him.
I'm not
Though.
a lawyer, but
They released him, but they'll probably
Yeah.
still charge him just.
and I don't think this is gonna stop people from doing like giveaways and shit. Because
Nah,
I mean,
nah.
of course you have
It
like
shouldn't.
back to school giveaways, turkey drives, and all that shit. Like people do giveaways. It's just obviously Kai's fan base is young and dumb. I swear these kids just get dumber and dumber every year, bro.
Young wild niggas, bro. I mean, I feel like it's the culture and the demographics. Like if all you listening to is turn lit shit, that's kind of what you gonna do.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of all. Like if you watch their streams, that's all they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's known for blowing up shit in his house.
Yeah,
Like he's a young wild
fireworks.
nigga. Like
that
that's
was
his,
dumb as fuck.
Think about his brand, bro. His brand is being a young wild nigga. So
Yeah.
you attract young wild people.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like even with the Jay-Z thing, that's not his demographic. His demographic is hustlers.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas is trying to get paper. That's even when he talked about drugs and violence, the root of it is I did this shit to get bread.
Yeah.
It's like why, like if you look at recently Travis, another person, like some more people got injured at a Travis concert.
Oh, recently?
Yeah, and they're trying to sue him, but it was just like they just trying to. It's a money grab.
Got you.
But if you go to his concerts, you got to know this type of concert. If you go to his concert and go to a Taylor Swift concert, nigga, and they both got 60,000 people in the stadium
Yeah.
more.
or more. Why is it that at his concerts people getting hurt, but not at Taylor Swift's, Beyonce's, Ye's? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like your demographic. That's your brand. So you have to start expecting that because this is the brand that you put out. That
Yeah, that's a
there's
good
gonna
point.
be some casualties.
Yeah.
Niggas gonna get hurt. Riots might incite. Like you might incite a riot because that's who
crazy.
you are.
Because
So it's the content
gotta-
of what you're putting out.
We gotta have early pods
Travis
now.
got put
Why?
early,
Phil spitting.
if Travis Scott puts out
Early in the morning.
what do you call it?
My brain works better in the morning.
My brain works. If Travis Scott puts out like a not a parental advisory, but for like an advisory for his concerts, he's gonna sell more tickets. Like,
You think?
yeah, that's how it worked with parental advisory when they put it on albums at first.
So album sales went up after that?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
and
Oh,
kids and
seriously?
people were looking, not people, because obviously parents wanted it, because this is when this is them trying to slow down hip hop. But Ice Cube talks about it in a pod he was on.
Got you.
But once they put it on there, they started just working it into the artwork because they knew it was going to be parental advisory anyway, and people were looking for parental advisory and not the clean versions.
Okay.
But if he puts that out there, I was like, oh, like guys, this is going to get crazy. Make sure you're aware. People are like, what? It's gonna be crazy. I'm definitely sliding.
Gonna
Like,
be
that's
there.
that's
Yeah,
how.
like you pulling out the worst of niggas, you
Yeah.
bringing out the worst of the worst.
But so he's gonna
That's
sell
a
more
concert
tickets,
I
and
don't-
he's gonna be covered. But I don't know. But yeah, moving on to something else crazy. Maui wildfires.
Yeah, so
The death toll's up to 80 now.
I've seen
I'm
it.
pretty sure,
What
let me
caused
double
it? Volcano or just a cigarette in the forest?
Do we know? Cigarette.
There's a conspiracy that the government
The
caused it.
government?
Oh really?
Yeah. Yeah, there's always a conspiracy that,
Yeah.
like, especially around the wildfires, because, like, was it Canada that was burning down? It's, like, interesting how all these wildfires just pop up.
Yeah.
So there's, like, a conspiracy that one's, it's, like, generated. It's
Yeah.
purposely done. But I don't know how it started, but just looking at the destruction from it, that shit's sad.
Is Maui the biggest island in Hawaii?
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
The Hawaii is. I mean, the big island is called Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
Even though the entire state is called Hawaii,
Got you.
but they also just call it the big island.
Okay.
Yeah,
So people
death
know.
toll's up to 80.
Damn.
Damn.
Oprah was out there giving out stuff. I think Jeff Bezos was out because they all got property
Yeah.
out there.
I know you said you didn't know how it started, but did they say it wasn't?
Oh,
a
yeah, I haven't
volcano?
seen.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Hopefully everyone in
Anytime it's
Hawaii.
not
Hopefully
known.
hopefully the island
Conspiracy.
recovers too. Because Maui's more. Actually, there's 80 people that died. You said
Mm-hmm.
Maui is more remote. Is one of the more remote ones of the three. I mean, I think it's like probably the third most populated. I think Big
Okay.
Island and then Oahu, or vice versa, because Oahu has the capital and then Maui and then Kauai and then there's another small one.
Over 2,500 structures were exposed to the fire,
Jeez.
Damn.
damaged. And
Yeah.
then
That was an
state's
hour ago.
emergency response team is being criticized.
Criticized.
Yeah, no emergency sirens were activated at the state or county level. No alerts to cell phones or broadcast networks.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh wow.
Hey,
Well,
that feeds more into the conspiracy.
rightfully so.
I wonder what the purpose would be. Maybe there was something they were hiding.
Maybe you destroy the land and kind of have developers come in and do what they can with it if people don't have the proper insurance.
Maybe I don't know. I feel like a lot of Hawaii is protected.
Mhm.
Hopefully, that is like that way in Maui. But
Because I was reading an article that talks about like the super wealthy have property on Maui.
yeah, because it's more remote. There's more space.
Yeah.
There's like
So maybe you create more space for the super wealthy. I don't know.
And maybe I'm dumb, but I'd assume that Hawaii is extremely well, one, it's tropical. It's humid over there. Like it's pretty wet. I know how fires get spread in California because it's so dry over there.
yeah.
So I just don't get how a wildfire could spread so easily in Maui.
Yeah, that's true. Like it's not like it's dry vegetation out there.
Yeah.
It depends. I don't know like the.
Maybe it has a season. I don't know. Maybe could it be like
I think fires can just
definitely
spread
does
whether
have a
it's
season.
wet
Yeah,
or dry.
yeah, of
It
course.
rain-
but
it
it's-
rains in the
it's a
summer
lot
over there, too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a lot harder in a tropical area.
Definitely, like, because because the ground isn't like what happens in California is that the vegetation is so dry also that like
Mhm.
the sun just on a hot day can spark a fire sometimes.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't happen as much in Hawaii, but I don't know.
Feels like no, not the
We get fires
vegetation.
and we get fires here a lot, but only in the winter when it's dry season. So
Oh, see, I didn't even know that.
in the Everglades, yeah. But I mean, it's the Everglades too, so
Yeah.
there's water right there. So we
Exactly.
usually could put them out fast. But like even growing up, even now, there'll be like days where it gets really like you see just a lot of smoke and ash
Yeah.
or whatever. But yeah, moving on to Phil's question of the week.
What is that? I'm surprised. I haven't even looked at it, so this is the
Fuck
first
you,
time
buddy.
This one
That's
definitely he made
rude,
up
bro.
on his own. I think.
It's
He made up on his own, I think, for the
it's
first time.
if
The rest are Googled.
if aliens came to America, you know,
Mhm.
in the 50th
America.
hip hop anniversary,
Mhm.
What?
what 3 albums would you say describes hip hop? And I didn't make up this question. I actually got
Oh, so it
I
has to be
variated the
hip-hop?
question off of a Breakfast Cup question.
Damn, that's tough. Hip hop.
Yeah,
Wait, what
because like
is-
because it's the 50th year of hip hop, aliens come on,
Breakfast.
like come to America, and they're like, what's hip hop? Give me your
What?
3 albums that best explain what hip hop is.
Well, I'll probably show them like Playboy Cardi because they might understand him. They might be like, "Yo, I know exactly what he's talking about."
3 albums.
So if you're saying like this describes hip hop,
This is hip hop.
Yeah.
Like, if you had to put hip hop in 3 out, like for me, it would be
Get rich or die trying.
The College Dropout,
yeah.
Victory Lap, and
They hear Victory Lap, they're leaving.
no, Victory Lap is a great album. And
That's how you get them out of here.
And,
That'd probably be a good tactic, Luke.
and It Was Written.
Okay, so I want to say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, but that isn't. I feel like what most people would consider hip hop.
Well,
So
I think that's a good point, though.
No, that's hip hop.
It is.
That's
Yeah,
that's quintessential.
Yeah,
hip-hop.
but some people would be like, "Oh, this isn't real hip hop." So
No.
Bro,
that's
stop
why-
stop
Who
disclaiming
Okay,
your
so I'm
your
saying,
things.
I'm saying
You
my.
saying it's hip hop? Yes.
Yeah,
that's hip hop.
Okay, so I'm showing them my.
Bro, you
beautiful-
sound like you sound like Bob's Burgers. That's hip hop. What they do, like when they did the spoof
Yeah,
of the
I'm
lady.
low-key-
that
I'm
was
low
doing
key
the dance.
offended.
It's hip hop.
Yeah.
When you walk like this on your hands, hip hop.
I haven't made. Also, real quick, I'm gonna pause this. I've been so busy over the summer. That's why there hasn't been a clip in forever. But hopefully now that things are calming down, I can make a clip, and I feel like I'm gonna have Phil on the.
It's hip-hop.
That's hip hop. So yeah, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It has to be an album. It can't be a mixtape.
No, that's fine. That's a
yeah,
project.
We'll allow that.
So I'm doing the Drought 3
Okay.
by Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I gotta show some Jay-Z. What was that album that I tweeted you about last night?
Blueprint.
Blueprint. Yeah, I
Blueprint's
might do
classic.
Blueprint. Yeah. Yeah. So
I
might
wanted
do
to put
those
Hove
three.
in there, but I can't. I can't take out BA, and I'm trying to
You gotta
represent
take out
each-
Nas.
No, absolutely not. Nas my favorite over Hove.
They would also leave if they heard that.
Lukey, what do you got?
I'm playing Planet Rock by Africa Bambaataa. Yeah, so.
That's that an album?
Do you know the song?
No, is it an album?
I
It's an
feel
album.
I know
You know the
Africa.
song?
I'm sure I've heard of it.
But that's not an
I
album.
know
I
it's
need a
not an
body of
album.
work.
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Okay. What ludicrous?
He's gonna say word of mouth, word of mouth.
Oh no, he's gonna put Drake in there for sure.
I'm gonna put Drake in there. I don't know, man. I need more time to think.
Okay, for me, I want to do something that's like older, and then something more modern, so they can see like the vast array, which is like why I thought My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was good. But I will put no, Ready to Die, Biggie, and then
That's a good one.
yeah, because he kind of
Not mad at
popped
that.
hip hop off.
Huh?
I think Biggie. I think he was the first big like hip hop superstar. Who?
LL Cool J. And
Okay, but he
LL
was
Cool
bigger
J
than
Run
he was
DMC.
bigger than Big was bigger.
He
I
was
think
bigger,
that-
but he wasn't the first. You saying first
Oh, okay, okay.
superstar? Now you thinking you have to go either.
He was a star. I think LL Cool J was a star, but I think Biggie was the first like.
Nah, I'm telling you,
No?
bro, it was LL Cool J.
All right, maybe it was.
I used to love LL Cool J.
And he was the first. He was the first real.
I feel like LL Cool J was the
hip-hop.
first like commercial one, but yeah, whatever. I think we can agree to disagree, or just we go with what you say. But
No,
yeah,
we could
Biggie,
disagree.
Ready to Die. I want to say T-Lap for Kanye because I want
Interesting. The life of Pablo.
Yeah, I like that album a lot. It has a ton of people on it. Like you got
Yeah.
Riri on it. You got you have like a lot. You have a mix of. I mean, Andre 3 Stacks is on it. And it's more modern and kind of closer to the sound that we have today that still is hip hop. And then middle of the hold on. And then I go. Actually, I don't know what album it would be, but I definitely would put Soulja Boy in there. You got to, because he's the one who started the dance stuff, the more fun hip hop rather than just like.
Is Aliens cranking that?
Probably they have Outer Space Flow.
So actually,
They definitely are gonna play Outer Space Flow.
I have.
You could just do Soulja Boy's greatest hits. There's an album on Apple Music.
But I want Outer Space Flow to be in there.
I actually kind of want to propose a new question. So if you had to like,
Wait, Luki didn't even go.
oh, yeah, you did.
He
I
said he
already
needed
said-
more
I
time to
said
think.
one. Yeah.
Okay, well maybe Luke will have an answer for this question. If you had to like show them an artist or album from like each region, so like up north,
Oh, that's
down
true.
south, the West Coast.
If
and,
I
like,
didn't show him the Soulja Boy, I probably would. I don't know if I would do NWA or. I'd definitely do some West Coast. I don't know if I'd do. Yeah, what was that first NWA album that went crazy?
Straight out of Compton.
Yeah, Straight Outta Compton, or
Doggy
or
Style.
maybe,
The Chronic?
maybe Kendrick.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City, or My Crazy Life by YG. One of those, just because you got to get the West Coast sound in there.
Yeah.
But Soulja Boy be my. If they're like, yo, this is fire, let me hear something else. I'm like, Soulja Boy for sure.
I just don't know who I would represent the South, because the South is so.
Oh, that's
fuck-
easy for me. I'm going Big Crit. The Big Crit.
Well, you
double
kind of
disc
had
album.
Wayne in there. Wayne is technically
Wayne
Yeah,
is
South.
but I'm saying you could have Wayne.
We're not showing them a Wayne album?
he did, bro.
Well, I said the drop 3,
Oh.
the mixtape. You could have Outkast. You could have Ludacris. Ross from representing Florida.
Yeah.
The Port of Miami in there.
I feel like there's so many people I'd say before Crip. But I know
But
you're
you
a big
have
Crip guy.
have them on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is very
So
true.
yeah, that's why I went with T-Lap also, because I was like, oh, this man's a lot of people, a lot of like the top people are in there.
Yeah, but for me, it's more so what I would want to portray.
Mm-hmm.
So the albums that I picked are their conceptual album. Well, concepts in those albums. It's a lot. It's lyric driven.
Yeah.
And it's like very almost personal albums
Okay.
that talks about like just struggle, overcoming struggle,
Yeah.
and the black perspective in that time. So that's why I picked those albums. But if I was going regions,
Where's Sexy Red
My
from?
mission, I had
St. Louis.
similar to
She's
you.
from St. Louis?
yeah.
I'm picking her from my Midwest.
Similar
me in it.
similar to Phil. My reasoning. I mean, it wasn't the same as his, but mine was to show the range of hip hop, because I think that's what I like about it, and that's I think that'd be important to show the aliens, you know.
Yeah.
Lukey. Nothing was the same. I'm just gonna put it on there for you for Drake.
You from the 6? Are you not putting
Bro.
an album from the 6?
I didn't even finish. I
Bro,
only gave one
nothing was the
album.
same. What else?
Chicken and beer.
Is Nothing Was the Same your favorite Drake album?
It's
No.
up there. I don't know if that's my favorite.
I think it's his best one.
feel
I have
like,
so many favorite. I have so many
If,
favorite
if
songs.
you're
by
reading
Drake.
This Is Too Late, it's probably your favorite.
Dang. Oh
Nah,
wait.
I think nothing was.
Gotta
the
get some
same.
Future in there, bro. Do y'all see that?
This man's gonna pick 10 albums.
Did you? Well, no. There's Future.
Rip
probably,
him out the plastic.
Is there Future in Well, if you have do something with Drake, Dirty Sprite, whatever. It was.
Well, the
Yeah, that would
joint
be-
album that they did, the whole album.
Dirty. I think that was Dirty Sprite.
No.
No, that's
Oh, there's
just
another
Future's
one?
Future, the one with the diamonds on the cover.
Yeah, Diamonds Dancing.
Oh,
by
what's it
Camera.
called? That's
well,
the
that's
one
the
that.
song. That's not
No,
the
I
album.
know, I know,
Oh.
but that album I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're right. That's the album that I would show actually. I can show both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Diamonds on me.
I
Nah,
don't know.
Future would be a good representative for the South. But of course, some people would say that there's better artists. But Dirty Sprite 2 is so slept on. That'd be like for aliens to listen to.
Yeah, they
Bro,
were.
that's a perfect album.
I'm actually
For sure.
upset y'all don't know the song Planet Rock because they'd be dancing to it.
Bro, I'm pulling it up. I'm sure I heard of it.
If no
You
one's heard
have.
Outer Space Flow, usually look it up by Soulja Boy. I used to know
yeah.
the words, all the
Everyone
words.
knows
What
Planet Rock.
video game was that? That was in.
Yeah, it was an NBA game.
Yeah.
You turned it off.
Yeah. I just needed to
Alright.
hear that 2 seconds.
Yeah, literally, as soon as it comes on, you're like, oh, okay, I know what song that is. Bro, imagine them dancing to that.
All right, yeah, Phil's taking a break. But does anyone have a get it off your chest, Zacharias?
Damn, I should have wrote them down. I pulled a U because I
Lukey?
did have a couple of things and I forgot.
I have some, but
You got it.
Luke, you want to get anything off your chest?
No.
Off those titties? All right, Phil, anything you want to get off your chest?
Nah, man, this week was a good week.
All right. So, I have a couple things. First, I feel a little bit guilty.
Why?
This past Sunday, I killed a snake.
Dang, by accident or
You
on
murdered
No, on
purpose?
purpose, I murdered it.
Dang, if that's the case, I got something to get off my chest.
I'm calling Peter.
I killed a duck.
You killed a duck?
Oh, bro, I felt so bad.
You ran it over?
Yeah, I didn't. I saw 3 ducks on this side and no ducks on this side, and so I go slowly through, and there was a fucking duck on this side
And
that I missed.
What happened? Did you hear a pop?
Well,
Wait, so you killed a baby duck?
no, I wasn't a baby duck. It
But
was a grown
honestly,
duck.
you shouldn't feel bad. That's natural selection.
No, but,
You were going slow and the duck didn't get out the way fast enough.
no,
That's-
but I still should stop.
Yeah, he
If
should just let
But
the
I
ducks
just did.
cross.
But I did. No, the 3 that were on this side were already in the grass, and I had looked on this side, but I didn't see nothing.
Were you texting? Did
Nope.
you like to text and drive?
Nope, I was not. I was not texting.
Murderer.
Yeah.
And I was going super slow too, and then I just hear a crunch, and I stop immediately, and look in my rear view, and Jit started yelling,
Oh,
Yelling!
bro, and like,
leg!
bro, that's a dickhead.
Bro,
I
so
felt
you killed
bad.
him slowly? Damn.
Well, I
Did
mean,
you at
I don't
least
know.
go finish him off?
I don't feel as
No,
bad as you now.
Why- You just let him lay in pain, injured, and die.
Yeah,
slowly?
honestly.
No,
you
should've
he
just ran him over.
died. He died within like 10
3
seconds.
minutes.
No,
You
like 10
watched
seconds.
him?
I stayed there for like a good few minutes, but he died quick. And then like I just couldn't move. Like I was just there. Like,
Did you
damn.
pray for him at least?
No, I'm not religious.
Why didn't you send him a condolences? Move his body out
I
the
prayed.
road. You
I
could have
definitely
did so
prayed.
much more than just kill him. And
You don't have to
watch
be
him
religious
die.
to
Wait, but
pray.
I want to hear why AJ killed a snake.
Yeah. Well, it was a cottonmouth snake, so
Was there
poisonous.
yeah.
It can. So, growing up, we had a ton of them by us, and it was always just like, "Yo, get
So
them out
this
of here."
this was in your backyard.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was right by the house. My dad was cutting the grass, and he's like, "Yo, is this poisonous?" And he took a picture. Then I found out it was a cottonmouth, and I was like, "Damn." I was sitting there, and I was looking at it, and it wasn't even hissing too much, but you can tell like it was like reared up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, it wasn't huge. That's also why I feel bad. It was pretty young. I don't know how old, but it was probably a little over a foot. And I feel bad because I think I could have caught it without like getting injured or something, and just like took it to the Everglades, which isn't far from my house, and just released it there. But yeah, apparently cottonmouths. I mean, they're poisonous, and there's stuff that says. Not stuff, but there's information that says it can kill humans.
Yeah.
So growing up was always like, yo, you see when you're get it out of there because they'll like be hidden places and they could sometimes like you can catch you off guard or whatever. But apparently they're not crazy poisonous, and it's like there's like a very, if you get bit, almost everyone survives. Even without treatment. And I read that after I killed it, and I'm like, damn it. I could have put it in a bin or something, like, just like, people catch spiders, just put something over it and then slide a thing underneath. I could have done that, so I felt bad. And
How'd
that
you
was
kill
like a shovel.
Dang, you
Smacked
beat
it
the
with a shovel?
nigga? You
Nah.
beat the nigga to death?
No, just cut it and just cut his head off with the shovel.
Oh, you decapitated him.
Yeah.
Murderers.
So I felt really bad.
I'm trying to look it up because I feel like you shouldn't feel bad. I feel like there's definitely a high population of cottonmouth snakes in the Everglades, and we already know that
Yeah, no,
Everglades
it's not
rampant
endangered,
with
but
snakes.
it's not an endangered species, and it's what do you call it? It's a native one. It's not like
Yeah.
if it was a python, I would have killed it in a heartbeat
Yeah.
and got my money.
Oh, you get money for killing pythons?
Yeah, because
Saxonville
they're
Bro.
invasive. People go hunting them. Yeah.
Call me Zach the snake hunter.
The python hunter.
But
we should do
that as a side hustle.
For real. How much you get for
You get money for killing iguanas too,
Yeah,
and those
that I
things are
know.
everywhere.
How much you get for
I don't
pythons?
remember, but I think it's for iguanas. I think it's $50 an iguana. Bro, and they'll just be like 8 sitting down in like my neighborhood or like by where I live.
I got a whole neighborhood full of iguanas. Them niggas,
Exactly.
they huge.
Yeah, they'd be
too.
everywhere by you too. Yeah.
Cause I'm in like a protected space. I don't think I can kill them over there. Actually, I think I might go to jail for that.
Oh, I think it has to be an actual job though. It's on ESPN. I think you get paid just off this short little thing. It's $10 to $15 per hour, depending on the area. But I
Oh,
don't
per
know.
hour? I thought it was per. I think they do it
That
per.
is not
Per.
lit.
What do you call it
Yeah,
too?
no.
That is not a lit job for a python.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure there's a
$10
per.
per hour. That's less than minimum wage in Florida.
I don't know. I have to ask Gabe. Gabe did a whole like a mini doc on
How
it.
much is minimum wage here?
$12.
Second, get it off my chest, is
And that
Oh.
penguin is elusive.
yeah, we're watching penguins and leopard seals go at it right now. But yeah, everybody isn't as cool with you as you are with them, and it sucks because everybody can help everybody. And it's kind of I just thought about it randomly, but and it's probably something that I deal with more than other people because I try to be like genuine with everyone.
Mhm.
I'm like, yo, like, why not have good, genuine, helpful relationships or whatever?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's kind of just something that I have to remind myself sometimes. But it also like it kind of sucks.
You're definitely a rare breed, though. And I get why you're saying it sucks,
Yeah.
because you are the rare breed.
And it's like, yeah, I just see that. I don't know. It's just when people put their heads together and people help each other, everyone wins. You know.
Yeah, facts.
But most people don't see that. I feel like.
Got you.
All right, Phil, Zach, anything else that you thought of? No.
Not for get it off your
To get
chest,
off
but
my
Best thing
chest,
we've
no.
seen.
bruh. I think I told you about it one time. The gochujang wings that I seen off TikTok. I made them.
Goji Chong.
Gochujang,
Goji Jang.
Gochujang.
whatever.
Goji Jang.
Go.
Bro,
Gochujang.
bro, Luke's over here acting like he pronounces everything right. Luke probably pronounces things wrong more than he
Yeah,
does right.
No, but
I mean,
that's like a
Luke's
very
Luke's been
popular.
better.
That
Luke's
sauce
been
is
better.
fire.
Bro, it's a
That's-
different language for.
Yeah,
No, but it's like the most. Well, it's not.
it's not the
No,
most
it's not.
popular sauce, so don't
It's
say
mo-
that.
No. I was saying, it's not. It's the Americanized way to say the language. It's not a different language.
Well, how
But it's
would
the
you-
Americanized way to say
But
the word.
Usually, when you have a product from another country in America, you're gonna read it the American way. You're gonna read it how you were
Yeah, but
raised
the way
to.
he read it wasn't the American way. You just butchered it.
I just was
But it
saying
is
it off the top.
right now on TikTok, on all social media. Like
Really?
it's just one of the most popular sauces.
Sauces
I
go
didn't know
crazy.
that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's that sauce, honey, soy sauce, garlic, mixed with some wing, like the sauce on the wings. Bro, that shit's so fire.
Oh,
But
where'd you have it?
I made it.
Oh,
I've told y'all. I told y'all.
the chef 128.
I told y'all like a while ago that them shits were fire. But this past time when I made it, was the best ones I've ever made.
Yeah.
And I made it for so many people, so I was stressed the fuck out. Like I suck just cooking for me and Tatiana because kitchen be a mess. So cooking for that, my mouth's watering thinking about it. Cooking for that many people,
That shit is
it's
moist
tough.
on the inside.
But then,
Did you air fry the chicken?
yeah, I did.
Hey.
But then Soraya, she's kind of like me. She prefers like boneless wings or tenders over wings because I just don't like doing work when I eat.
Yeah.
So the other day I made some tenders in the air fryer, made the sauce, tossed the tenders. Bro, Wingstop ain't got shit on me.
Bro,
Them
I'm actually getting hungry.
Was
You
fire.
tell
We need to have
Sesame
some of these
seeds, right?
wings.
You should.
Farikaki seasoning, so it's like it has
Ooh,
I know a
sesame.
fair cut.
Yeah.
I got some in the crib.
Bro, my mouth watering just thinking about
You
it.
should. I'll send you a recipe, a gochujang recipe with for edamame.
Okay.
Bro, spicy edamame. That shit is fire.
Really?
Yeah. I honestly like. Cindy will text me and be like, you want to make the sauce tonight?
Yeah. Also,
Like,
you
randomly.
not to change it, but you would really like it because you're similar to me. You like sweet,
Sweet Asian
like
things.
teriyaki, barbecue, all that stuff. So you would definitely
Yeah.
like
Put
it.
farikami in your noodles. Your
Farikami.
ramen. for
Farikaki.
yeah, farikaki. Put
Yeah,
that
I
seasoning
do
in
it.
your noodles.
I do it
so
all
good.
because Tatiana buys ramen all the time.
That with a
so
little
she
bit
does
of
it.
umami seasoning. some soy
Okay.
sauce, and you can top it with like I usually
the
do
hell?
like teriyaki, soyaki.
Okay.
Like, so now you're gonna switch your country that
Yeah.
you eat from to
Yeah.
Korea.
Where is
Korea's lit. Oh wait,
go-
I
gochujang.
guys, I said the chef 128 earlier. I don't know if people know this. Before Zach was the Zach Mamba, he was the
Yes.
chef 128.
Facts.
Been cooking on the
I
hose.
still have a Yahoo
Been
email. The chef
cooking.
went to.
Been cooking with the
Also,
whip.
best thing I seen this week, Tatiana standing up for herself. She almost got fired, but I appreciate her standing up for herself
I like it.
and not letting her coworker bully her and called her a tell you
Twat.
exactly. Well, she did call her a
Called her a
cunt.
cunt. My favorite cuss word. Fucking
She
cunt.
said, I'm not gonna read the whole email, but she did call her a cunt, and then she said she was a JCPenney greasy-haired blueberry-shaped bitch.
Wait, who's
Wait,
Blueberry?
not in the email.
in the tweet.
No, in this tweet.
Someone,
Oh, you
someone
said
said
email,
that.
so I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, Tati said she was blueberry shaped.
Yeah.
I was about to
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
I was like, how is Tati blueberry shaped?
Nah, the other
That's
shit.
Wow,
hilarious.
when you said email, I was like, there's no way she called her a cunt in an email.
Yo, that's wild.
No. Did I say
definitely cause to
email?
get
My
fired,
bad. I
but,
didn't mean to say that. But yeah, shout out Tati for standing up for herself.
Shout out to Tati. I like that.
What's
Is there two other things on there?
I have I have more. I have best things I've seen. You haven't seen anything great, Luke?
What do you mean?
What's the best thing you've seen?
It's written down
Best
on
Oh,
there.
it's written. Go ahead. Say
Oh,
your
go
thing,
ahead.
bro.
Mine's Phil.
Phil-
Also, Lane
wow,
being
Phil looks
announced.
great.
Shout out, y'all.
What?
Lane
Appreciate
being
you, bro.
Oh,
announced.
yeah. But yeah, Phil being the best thing I've seen.
Why?
Because he's just so cute.
Thanks, man. I've been trying.
Nah, but he sent me one meal prep recipe. And I've been meal prepping for the last 2 weeks. Making juice for lunch, and then
You only eating juice? Only having juice at lunch?
I'm only having juice until dinner.
Have the
Oh, okay.
migraines been better?
Yeah. Haven't had any.
Is it heavy on the greens?
Yeah.
That's good.
And then Phil sent me a recipe for chickpea curry, which is pretty much just chana.
Ayy.
But it's potatoes, and I like tripled the potato. The
Jesus.
potato part of the recipe. I doubled the whole recipe, but tripled the potato part.
Mind you, the recipe I sent them is enough to last you a week.
Well, this lasted me 6 days of dinner, and
Wait,
I
you're
was
not
able to
eating
eat
at
it.
lunch? I thought you were. Like you had the
No,
pasta
well,
and.
so yes, if I have leftovers, like if I eat dinner and I can't finish it because the tubs are so big, then I save it for lunch.
Okay.
But that only happened like one day this week and one day the week
okay.
before. So I'm really just having juice, like, and that's it until dinner time. But the recipe saved me hella money. And like, bro, I was doing the calculations on how much like I spend on food.
Yeah.
Stupid amounts of
Yeah.
money for a month. I'm like, bro, what am I doing?
It's crazy.
I'm just throwing money away. And then when I meal prep, I'll be in the shower like that same day. I'm like, dang, I spent $0 today. Like, it's so lit.
So prior to
food,
you
yeah.
meal prepping, you were always eating out?
Yeah, I never cooked or nothing.
Bryce the king of eating out.
Lunch and dinner, just eat out.
And mind you, this nigga will eat out and then go to an expensive restaurant at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I eat, like, that would be eating out lunch and dinner every
Yeah,
day.
That's insane.
bro.
Yeah, honestly, like,
Sometimes breakfast.
I don't even know. I think we asked like the podcast Discord how much people spend on like food in a month.
Oh,
I can't
yeah,
remember what
yeah.
people were saying, but like mine's like close to $2,000 a month.
Jeez.
That's
wild.
insane, bro.
Yeah.
2,000.
Best thing I seen this month was a picture of my nephew that's gonna be here in like a month.
The football player?
Hey.
No, my nephew. My brother's having a baby.
Oh, okay. Wait,
Oh, he's gonna
say what you said.
He's gonna
again?
like he's actually
I
gonna be
seen
in
a picture
Florida.
of his face.
Oh,
He's gonna
okay.
be in Florida.
Who?
Your
No, I
nephew.
said the best thing I seen this week was a picture of my nephew's face. He's gonna be here in a month.
Right, that's
Like,
what I said. He's gonna be. In,
He's gonna be born in a month.
Yeah, the way
Wait, so
okay.
you don't really got a face?
So you
though.
already have a nephew, bro.
Well, he's coming. He's.
Wait, you already have a nephew though.
The way Phil worded that was so
Yeah, it was so bad.
Because you said picture. All of us are thinking like an actual physical.
ultrasound, you
Yeah,
mean.
it's not an.
Yeah,
you should have said a 3D ultrasound or
Because
something.
there are pictures of your nephew that you already have.
Well,
And
yeah,
it's saying he's gonna be
my
here.
my new
Yeah,
nephew,
here is in Florida.
my new nephew is gonna be.
I was getting
born
excited.
in
I was
like
about-
a
I'm
month.
So this
What was
JB's yet?
No, Eddie's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. See, like, bro,
Shout
all
out to
this
Eddie.
we have to ask all these questions to find out what's going on.
So it's an ultrasound.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bro, I love Phil.
Oh yeah, for real.
But she sent me a picture of it.
Bro, he was looking at us like, bro, I said it like
You heard him?
obviously.
He said she sent me a picture of the ultrasound, so still a picture.
There's a picture.
Cool, bro. Thanks. That helps. All right, so
jeez.
this is, I don't know where to put this, but I think it might be best thing I've seen. But I found a ladybug in my arugula. Is that good luck?
That sounds like good luck.
I don't know. I think just finding ladybugs anywhere is good luck.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah.
This was like a salad you bought? Or
No, it was
a salad you
arugula
made?
from Publix. So check
Oh,
you guys'
nice.
arugula if you go.
Wait,
to
it
Publix.
was still alive?
Nah, I think.
Oh.
I mean, it may have been at some point, but it was in the fridge, so that thing just got frostbitten.
Got you.
Or just got cold.
Shout out to the ladybug.
But yeah, shout out ladybugs. And then second best thing I've seen is actually something me and Luke did in unison, or together, or as partners, right? We learned dominoes and proceeded to smack
Nice.
Dondre in his own home. He didn't want us there anymore, bro.
Y'all didn't know how to play dominoes?
Huh?
There-
I had
there's-
played a long time ago, but it's a card game, basically. So,
Yeah,
like,
and there's also different ways to
And
play.
this is
so.
the second time I've played, but
I played a long time ago, and I don't know if I
Wait,
was playing
dominoes
correctly
is a
or
card
whatever.
game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically, it's a card game, but it's just.
you call them cards.
Yeah.
They still call them cards.
Well, different
Dominoes
people
is a
call them
card game.
different things.
And
Some
I
people call
mean,
'em
the way,
bones.
like it's not just like a board game where there's luck, and I mean, obviously there's luck of the draw, but there's not like you have to roll dice or anything to
It's
whatever.
still strategy, yeah.
It's-
How did
yeah.
y'all play? Did y'all count or did y'all play straight?
Well, I mean, I took a
multiples?
long ass time counting.
You played a. What do you mean by counting, Phil?
Like, do you, like,
Yeah.
like at the end, are you multiplying by fives? Are you playing multiples?
No. You're just
Oh.
you're playing your hands out, and then whoever wins that hand.
That's not
But
you're
you're
playing
saying-
like straight. Because, like,
Yeah.
But you still count. Like you. Still
Well, he's
count, 'cause
saying
there's seven
Luke's saying counting cards, Phil's saying counting something different. That's why I
yeah,
asked
because,
you.
like, make sure I'm thinking dominoes, like,
Yes.
okay, just
Well, I
make
don't
sure,
know.
make sure I'm not tripping. But Caribbean people and Black Americans tend to play a little bit differently. Like, Caribbeans play dominoes like straight, like they just play them. Whereas in the African American community, we count by fives. So at the end of a domino, it's multiples of five. So the game is to try to get as many points before you domino out.
And I think Cubans play a completely different way.
Yeah.
And I think
So
there's
it's
Mexican
like
dominoes.
you can put like a 6 sideways at the end if it so and if you'll add it up.
Yeah, there's different ways to play. That's why when
That's
I
how
was there, I
that-
was like, I'm not sure what
Oh
it
no,
is.
we just played straight.
But once
So
I
it
played
sounds like
it,
y'all played the Caribbean way.
once I
Yeah,
understood,
yeah.
he's John's Jamaican. And I mean, Hibby was there. Shout out to Hibby. We saw him. He gave us a little shout out in the Discord. But yeah, he's gonna hear this. Hopefully, Dondre hears this. We smacked him.
Yeah, smack the fuck out of him.
Luke
Bro, it
almost
was
broke his
so
table multiple
lit.
times.
Yeah. There were, bro.
One
Slamming
time
the last
one time I didn't slam when I went out, and Luke picked up the domino and slammed it for me.
And the funniest one was, well, I slammed it multiple times. My hand hurt. But then there was one game when they didn't think that we were gonna win, and I had one card left. And I walk away from the table and sprint back and slam it. Bro, that shit hurt my hand, but
Yeah, we probably went like we were playing series
shit
like
was
best of
funny.
5, I think. Sometimes best of 3, but when there wasn't really too many people waiting, we were playing best of 5.
yeah.
I think we went like 15-3 the entire day. Or no. Maybe like 15-5 or like 12-4,
Yeah.
something like
Yeah,
that.
because there were a couple times when we lost games but didn't lose the whole series.
Right.
Yeah. But, bro.
We
and
didn't,
then,
we didn't lose any series, right?
No, we lost one.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
So it probably was like 5.
Yeah, it was like 15
games
and
that we
5.
lost.
And then the one where
Hibby.
has 2 cards left, puts one down discreetly on the table, and then slams the other one. Doesn't really slam it, but puts it down a little bit more, like to show us that that's his last card.
Yeah.
So he tried to put 2 down in one turn and play it off.
He
like
didn't. He didn't at first because
Yeah.
I saw it in his hand.
We
in his
both
hand.
did.
Yeah.
And then we called him out. We were like, no way. And his partner shakes his hand like, good win.
But it only happened after we said we won. I was like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, I won. Because I was the second to last person. Not second to last. My turn, I had 2. The turn before the last one, I had 2 cards left. And I was like, all right, if I play this one here, no one else can play on this because I have the last whatever. And then this one here, I know that Jake doesn't have it and Hibby doesn't have it either. I may or may not have it. But he had 2 cards anyway. And I knew I could play my last one no matter what. So I did that. And I was like, all right, no, we won, but
Yeah, and then Jermaine goes, "They won." Like it's loud at this point. Like Jacob and Dondre are both like talking about how they won, and Jermaine's like, "No, they," like he says it under his breath almost.
Yeah, he says
but he's
they
like,
won.
"No, they won." Like to his partner, and no one heard it except for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you
I heard it, yeah,
you
yeah.
did. And so they still think that they won, and I'm like, Jermaine, please tell them that we won.
And he's like, I
and-
won.
Yeah, and then he like switches it up because they're so adamant
Yeah.
that Jermaine won that he went along with it. Anyway, it ended up being this whole thing where Dondre was like, "Oh, in the morning, Jermaine's gonna wake up and the last card is gonna be in his pocket." But then the next morning, Jermaine wakes up and texts me that we were actually the ones who won, and he
Yeah.
told his partner and everything. And it was like the group chat was fucking roasting him.
Yeah,
It was hilarious.
it was a lot of trash talking. It was funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, people underestimate my ability to play card games. It happened at Phil's was it not cookout family
Family
reunion.
Spades.
Bro, on the road trip, me and Nick, that's my space partner. We didn't lose one time that we played, even though we were down by a lot one time. It's in our DNA, bro.
But you're also playing Mike. And
Mike's
me.
not a good space player.
We played a few people. It wasn't just Mike and you the
me.
entire time.
You and Nick played me and JB.
I don't know. I don't think because he had a partner that he's no longer partners with, and I forgot who you played with.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the best thing I've seen. Dondre said he wasn't gonna listen to the pod this week.
He did say that.
He's that salty.
Yeah, and
Bro, he was hot.
we're trying to plan another time to play again. Maybe I think Hippie comes back in October, and we said maybe we'll try to do a little tournament or something then. So if y'all want to join, slide. But it was fun, yeah. It's always fun beating Dondre.
Because he talks so much shit.
Yeah, and he was trying to teach me, and I'm like, bro.
And then he tried to run away from me in ping pong.
All right, moving on.
Music.
Music, hip hop turned 50. We kind of had a little preview of this when we
Yes.
talked about the aliens, but hip hop turning 50.
Happy
Phil,
birthday.
you're the hip hop head. What are your thoughts?
Hip hop, hip hop.
It's
hip hop.
I think it's cool, bro.
Think it's cool?
Especially when you look at how it started, the documentaries about hip hop, the resistance that hip hop faced, and now hip hop is like the biggest genre. But I
Yeah.
also
Not
think-
this year.
I know,
No?
not. I'm getting to
Okay.
that point. So I also think within this 50 years, we watched hip hop peak because the quality of the art isn't as good as it used to be. And so I think because the quality of the art isn't as good as it used to be, we're slowly watching like, it's not necessarily decline because some cells are but it's not the most.
I'd say it's
It's a
declining.
decline.
Yeah, you can say it's
Especially-
Well, I
it's
think-
a decline. And
I don't. Go ahead. I'll let you finish your point. No, see them.
And so it's interesting because 50 years is a long time, and it doesn't feel like it's been here for 50 years. And also think that when other people control your culture and your music, and they can control what gets put out and what's highlighted,
Yeah.
that affects like the quality of the work, and I think that's why you've seen it decline.
Yeah. So I mean, hip hop started kind of always talking about not the best things, you know. So I don't like.
I mean, when you say not, but it also, but I guess piggyback off that, when the motivation changes is what I meant to say.
Okay.
When the motivation of the artist changes, because yes, hip hop highlighted negative and it highlighted poverty, police brutality, racism,
Drug dealing.
but that's also the truth. It's also rooted in truth. So
Yeah.
it wasn't
Right.
always just like, it wasn't this shit sucks. It sucks here, but it's also cool here. We also do a lot of things here. We also got a lot to offer here. Y'all just not getting it out. And I think now the motivation is, let me just go with what's hot, get to the bag, and that's it. But that wasn't like, I don't know. The
So
motivation's different now.
I don't think that it's what you guys said. What you said is declining. Quality is declining.
Yeah.
It possibly. but I think it's more of like hip hop used to be niche, now it's mainstream. And when you have mainstream, you have more people doing it. You're gonna get a broader array. Like so, it's like an upside down pyramid. It started at one thing, and now it's getting broader. So if you follow the true line, there's still really good hip hop that's similar to what it first was. But there's also a lot of breakoffs and like different types of hip hop now. It's not as maybe pure as it once was. But I don't think that means it's declining. Obviously, there's a lot more money being made in hip hop, and people are doing their own take on it. So, or like there's like different breakoffs. People are doing exactly like I said, their own take and stuff. So I don't know that I would classify it as declining, but it's like when not franchises, when restaurants start off as like a single restaurant and then they get bigger, usually the overall quality might go down because they have the franchise and they have to make sure that they're serving the same product at every single location. And that's not a 1-to-1 comparison, but I think that's more of what is happening. It probably feels like there's a decline because of what's in the mainstream or what because there's so much of hip hop now, whereas before there wasn't. There wasn't much deviation, but that's a good point of other people really controlling your culture and what, not culture, but the music of what actually gets put out. I think there's a little bit less of that now and probably more in the future because people can release their own stuff however they want to now. You know, they don't always have to get signed. They don't have to be through a label, and that was kind of the route that getting your music out took before.
But I definitely think it's on I think it's declining because if you look at it overall, I think it's on a rock and roll arc. So you know how like 70s, you get the youth breaks off from like traditional, and then fucking hardcore rock comes out, and so you get the 80s where it's fucking ballooning, 80s 90s rock. And then it gets so big that you start getting offsets of what rock and roll truly is. So I think it is.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
But I'm saying I'm agreeing with. But I'm saying that to say I think it is declining, because once you start to get those off sectors of rock, the essence of what got popular.
Yeah, and rock is
no
dead
longer,
now.
and rock isn't popular anymore. The
rock
essence
is
of what,
dead.
No,
It's
but I
not
think
not
even the
popular.
popular rap hip hop artists like aren't as good as they were when we were coming up.
Yeah, it's so accessible. And it's so mainstream, is that the entry to hip hop isn't as hard as it used to be. Because now, like when I was younger, niggas couldn't fathom being a rapper for real. Mm-hmm. Like you thought about it, like I want to be a rapper, and then you go write raps, and you like, bro, this shit trash compared to what I'm listening to. Like that shit is so hard. Yeah. Now, in my mind, I'm like, bro, I probably could be a rapper. Like, if I come up with a nice little jingle and I get a producer that can give me a hard ass rap, and I get like just a little jingle that
you can just make noises on the beat,
and that shit take off on TikTok, bro. I'm a rapper. Like the entry to access, like the entry in, is so easy now. It's like, bro, when I was in high school, in order to be a rapper, I want to rap like Lil Wayne. I want to sound like Kanye. I had to go deep in thought. Like I tried to rap, and I was like, I can't do this, bro. I'm not that good. Like, because the way they twist words. Now they not really twisting words.
Some people are.
But even those people are like, they've been in the game so long. No new rapper, like within the last 5 years, is so lyrically like
gifted.
I
thought Simba is, what's the name?
But they not
Cordae.
the big dogs. You got to think of the big dogs.
Yeah, but they're still. But the thing is, like,
because like you think about in the 90s, early 2000s, even in the mid 2000s, all the big dogs, lyricists. The biggest rappers I'm talking about, like Hove, Nas, Ye, T.I. when he was at his Jeezy,
Jadakiss.
You can keep going. West Coast, you have fucking Tupac, you had Dr. Dre, Eminem. Like these are lyricists. Now it's the biggest niggas is Travis Scott. He's not a lyricist. Mm-mm. That nigga is he's a what do you call it? A curator of vibes.
Yeah. And the lyricists we do have now, they've
10 years plus.
But they also rarely put out music. The J. Cole's, the Kendricks.
Yeah, but I mean, even with the early hip hop, right? It was a lot of, kind of derived from scatting, which is
shitting on people's chests.
which is just making random noises within music.
Yeah.
Right. So in making rhythmic sounds in beats and music. So I mean, it's still kind of that. It's just we have like hip hop has gotten so broad that we consider a lot of things. Like we don't like when hip hop was made, it's like, all right, this is hip hop, right? This is hip hop rap. Now hip hop has gotten so broad that like some things like there's like a blend between hip hop and R&B in some things, and you're like, I don't know whether to call this hip hop rap or R&B.
But even like, go ahead. I'll let you my fault.
Yeah, so it's like the genre has become broad, and we've accepted a lot of things. Like most times, if it's a black artist, you're like, oh, that's hip hop. Like people will just classify that as hip hop, regardless of what they're doing, whether it's R&B, whether it's like
Tyler
regular music or
hip hop album of the year or whatever for Igor. That shit wasn't hip hop.
It was like more of an R&B. Well, he's rapping on it, right?
He's rapping on it, but
said
it's
not like he himself said it's not a hip hop album, and I would agree. Like it's not really hip hop or whatever. So,
but even on, I guess like from the early beginnings of hip hop, it was based in scat, but it was also based in neighborhoods clashing. It was also based in like I'm
saying
lyrical warfare.
Yeah.
So like
it went from scatting to that, and from like go to that. But I mean, I won't say that we don't get that anymore, because you do. You just have to look for it. It's just.
But that's also the just music in general, not even hip hop specifically. But I think this has been and it has attributed to hip hop's decline is because before you had the music channel, music video
MTV,
channels like MTV, VH1, BET, and the radio. That's really where you got your music from and found out what was hot. Now you have TikTok, you have the streaming platforms.
SoundCloud was huge.
Yeah, like all that stuff. Like now you have to essentially look for what's popping. And the other point, everyone putting out music. So it's just an overabundance of music, and you have to look for it.
Was bringing up scat because you think we've gotten back to that?
I don't say we've gotten back to it, but it's just people are basically scatting and stuff now too. Like they're not saying real words, or maybe they are saying words, but they're like, I'm going to change it to make it sound like something else because I like how this sounds on the song with the beat. So it's...
Yeah, but it's based out of that, but that's not what made it popular. When you talk about hip hop at its peak, it was...
That's the peak that you're saying is this peak. And I think we can widely...
I think that's the actual numerical peak of hip hop is like the 90s
the
and
lyrical
2000s.
peak, yeah, sure.
No.
If you're talking about peak with people making money and how widely accepted, it might be something different.
Well, he was talking about it's no longer the most popular.
It's not the popular
genre.
It was like
what's the most popular genre now?
Probably pop. I'm just saying because of numbers.
Pop it's popular. Yeah. And like a lot of the music that's made is just popular music, and people are making it to be popular, but people still consider it hip hop.
But it was talking about album sales. So if like you look at Travis Scott, his was the first hip hop album this year to go #1.
Yeah.
This hasn't happened in like forever. Like a really long time where
I think
hip hop wasn't a number one album within like 6 months of a calendar month. That just generally never happens because all the artists out now, they just not that good. Unless you're a big name artist, it's rare that a hip hop artist now
good from what a lyrical perspective, because there's a lot of good music being made, but I can understand that it's not. If this year wasn't that great, but there's a lot of good music gets made. It just might not be what you consider the root of hip hop. That's what I'm trying to say. Like there's still some artists that follow that exact hip hop line.
Yeah.
And there's other artists that obviously broke off and stuff. It's also like think about the NBA, right? As something grows, it's going to get further away from the fundamentals, which is where we are now with the NBA.
But as
something gets bigger and there's more money to be made and there's more people participating, you're going to get like old heads in basketball people are traveling based on the rules back then every single play. But it's a more popular sport. There's more money to be made. More people are playing it. It's alive and well. It just may not be that pure basketball that some people view as pure basketball and once had. And that's a similar thing to hip hop.
But wasn't the revenue down like in NBAs, and like if you compare their viewership to other sports compared to like when the NBA had like similar viewership to like the NFL? Now it's not close, is it? Like when you look at like the finals numbers compared to like SuperBowl, college. Like
I know
I'm not
NBA was
sure,
on the uptick, and then once the COVID bubble year happened, especially with the whole Black Lives Matter stuff, that's when it started to go
the
back
viewership
down.
started going down. Yeah.
But that's same
But
with
that's
NFL
that's
too.
nothing. Yeah, that's nothing that happened with.
But in the hip hop
the sport.
conversation, you start looking at like, okay,
They're still making more money. People are there's still
it's
it's still
always
massive. It might not be like ratings wise.
but the times it, but I think that's a very singular lens that you're looking at.
What?
You always
No. I'm
like,
looking
you
at it a
always gonna make
Broadway.
money because
I'm looking at it a Broadway. I'm saying there's more. There's advancement. There's like hip hop isn't singular.
I'm saying
Like
just
how
'cause
you were
it's more-
saying by just lyrics and stuff. I'm saying it's broader. Like we include more things in hip hop than we might have included back in the day. That's a fact.
don't know if that's
We
the-
consider more things hip hop than we used to.
Yeah. But when you say included in, I'm thinking like production style wise, I don't think that was true. I just think it.
In the genre, yeah. Like there's like Playboy Carti, some of his albums, what's his name? XXX. A lot of his, like half of his work doesn't sound like hip hop, but it's still considered hip hop.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's broader now. There's more included in this genre, and I think that's also why like you probably have the feeling of like, oh, this isn't hip hop, or the quality has gone down. It's just that there's other things that are like XXX makes great, like he made great music. It just wasn't like there was some he sang sometimes on songs and whatever, and he made some type of like R&B or maybe even rock type stuff. And the same thing with like Uzi and stuff. Like they even call themselves rock stars.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of hip hop artists that we consider hip hop call themselves rock stars. It's just that there's a lot that's more accepted into the genre of hip hop than there used to be.
And also, but when I say quality music, I don't think their music stand the test of time, because like.
What do you consider standing the test of time though? Because that's something very personal.
Replayability. Like
there's stuff that you listened to when you were young that you can replay, right? But a lot of the kids who are fans of hip hop now aren't listening to that stuff, and they're not replaying and not going back. A lot of them.
Okay.
But nothing.
No, but I think there are some
It's
things
a lot of
that stand the
people
test of time that
Eminem
that
music
everyone
stands the test of time.
moving
Like,
forward.
There are some.
Yeah.
That is what I'm saying, but it's not.
Like how many people are going like 10 years from now? How many times you gonna go
Listen,
back to
Like-
any genre of music
go back to
moving
what album?
forward,
Lil Uzi album?
any genre
Ma-
of music moving forward is not going to withstand the test of time, because we're in a microwave era and music's
Exactly, yeah.
constantly being put out.
I don't think that's true.
What?
I 100%.
I think some stuff would stand the test of time. Like I think
10 years
like,
from now we'll find out what's the test of time.
yeah, like a lot of Kanye stuff, a lot of maybe I guess are bigger than even like people who are like the legends in hip hop that are still producing and making albums. That stuff may. I think what we think stands the test of time is going to be different from someone who's 10 years, 12 years younger than us.
Yeah.
Like someone who is a big fan of Lil Uzi Vert, they might listen to that stuff 10 years after it was first released. There's some Playboy Carti stuff that's older that I like to go back to. There's some Kodak stuff that's older that I like to go back to. There's Soulja Boy stuff that didn't really follow the line of that still gets played today, like Pretty Boy Swag, turn my swag on. That wasn't necessarily lyrical. It was more fun, dance, whatever. Like that stuff still gets played. So I think it
doesn't get played more than like the.
I think that's a personal.
I don't think
No.
so, bro.
I-
Because
I-
that's
no,
why
no.
I don't
There's
think so.
it's both. It could be both. To you, there's some personal artists that stand the test of time, but to the general the masses is what
That's
he's
what
talking
I'm-
about.
yeah, I'm talking about
To
the
the masses, there are some, and you agree that there are
But-
some that
right,
stand
right,
the
for
test of time.
sure.
So those to the masses aren't going to be your personal list, but then on your personal list will be Playboy Carti, will be Soulja Boy.
Well, I'm saying like for Soulja Boy and some of Playboy's older stuff, we don't know he's a new artist, right? But for Soulja Boy, his stuff still gets played in clubs, and like when you go out, you still hear it. So, I don't know if, like that still is a mass of what do you call it? Mass adoption or mass like, hey, we're still playing this stuff. I think our perspectives are skewed because it's one, stuff that we've grown up with, and two, we don't know if it's going to stand the test of time because we hadn't had that much time behind these artists.
But I get what you're saying. But being
also
being
from
in a college
experiences.
being in a college setting though,
Yeah.
See, I've seen a lot of college students. Like, I mean, we were at FAU 2012. Like Kanye put out a lot of stuff, good stuff before then even.
Yeah.
And like a lot of my students are going, like I have several students who listen to fucking Luda, like old Luda, like word of mouth stuff. Kanye, like a ton of like mainstream artists that we listened to back then. And I can't think of all of them right now. But I was like, how the fuck do you know this? And they're like, this is a classic. And in my head, I'm like, okay, like that shows that like to the masses, like college students still today are listening to that. They're 18 years old.
Bro, you're always going to do it because we did it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
I don't
my
think
thing
that
is
there's
like, so if you think 10 years from now, when like you can't turn up.
Yeah.
When I was 20 and I was deep in the tournament. I was in the clubs. Yeah. And I go back to what I listened to from 10 years ago. A lot of it is not always majority of it is like some shit where they spitting game. And I'm like, damn, I wish I would have been listening to this back then. But now I understand it because I can relate to it more. Yeah. That's going to be the niggas now 10 years later. Right. It's like, are they still going to be in they Lil Uzi swag? Maybe.
So that's what I'm saying. There's stuff that was like that what you would turn up to back then that you don't really play to now. Like you're taking like a really myopic view on it because like people, there's artists now that like, how do I want to say this? Back then we probably had, just to keep numbers easy, 10 artists that were top of the game or whatever that you still go back to now. Now we have way more artists, and people are probably going to go back to stuff that was created now, but it's going to be select few. It's going to be, I mean, percentage wise, it's going to be select few based on the options we have. If you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So I think it's just more of a numbers thing than.
But my biggest argument is like, even though there's more, right? So there's so much more music that I feel like the quality is so diluted that's true. That's why I also don't think it's gonna stand the test of time. Because it's like, if it's quality now, if you put out a quality project now and 10 years later it's still gonna be a quality project. A lot of these niggas now is just putting out music. They wake up one day and be like, shirts red, jeans blue, like, this is what I'm about to do. Yeah, that shit's not going to hold 10 years from, like...
Unless it's Soulja Boy.
It's not going to hold.
But yeah, it goes to what...
Cause in your mind, 10 years later, you with an advanced thought, you're going to be like, it didn't take no skill to do that. Yeah, it didn't take no thought to do that.
But yeah, that just goes into mass and wide adoption. And that... Plus what Zach was saying, like the microwave era we're in where anyone can make anything and put it out. And if people... like it'll be popular for a certain amount of time. You know how many times there were great songs that were one-hit wonders, even back in the prime of hip-hop? Yeah. There's a ton of them.
And they still around. Some of those one-hit wonder songs still get played.
Like, okay, yeah, but they're, as artists, not standing the test of time in what do you call it?
But
like,
the song is
because it was so good quality, but that's my point. The song was
Lil
so
Uzi Vert's, what song is the one where people slap their hips all the time now? I Just Want to Rock. Yeah. That is going to be lit for a very long time. Yeah. There's like,
I'm not saying that there's no music that's not going to stand. I'm just saying that
there's less.
It's less.
Yeah.
It's
not that there's none.
It's not that there's there's always going to be some.
That's true. I think there's less percentage wise because of how broad hip-hop is. That's the point I've been trying to get across this entire time. Yes, I agree, it's diluted, but it's diluted because we've added a lot of water to the solution. But there's still going to be stuff that stands the test of time. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I think
we never disagree.
What?
I think
that's what
the
I've been
argument started as one thing. And
that's what I've been trying to say the entire time.
But y'all agree on that part.
That's what I've said. I've agreed like 4 times.
Oh no, dilution. But when you first started going, you said that you didn't think the quality had declined. But then when he mentioned it being diluted and that's why the quality declined, then you were like, I agree with that.
Because that's what I'm saying when you build an upside down pyramid. It starts as one thing and then it gets broader. So yes, it's gonna be less potent when you get to the broader size, but you're still gonna have that potent hip hop, and we still have that potent hip hop that now and 10 years ago that'll stand the test of time. Yeah, I was trying to explain.
When these niggas
come, that was like 25 minutes.
It might have been longer.
Nah, it was like
Zach watched this whole episode.
They jumped that whale. Yeah, I felt bad.
The
orcas don't fuck around.
No, but the whale was trying to eat the orca.
Orcas are killers, bro. The orcas jumped them.
Why it looked like? Oh, that's what it looked like to me.
Whales are.
They don't all whales?
They don't eat like other big fish.
Like
killer whales. What about killer whales?
He's talking about those are they're technically dolphins. So
orcas is the gang members, G. I'm the real ocean gang members.
All right, Burna Boy.
It's not out yet.
12 minutes.
No. Okay. It's out in 13 days though.
Yeah, I've been listening to Burna Boy a lot lately too.
2 songs have been released on the new album.
You love 7. What is it?
Big 7.
Big 7. Yeah. So good at summer. So good
I
at
didn't
year.
say, I didn't
It's
say
good,
that.
but it's
You
definitely
did. You
not
said
song
you
of
definitely
the
when you
I
said
said
like
song
Bro,
of the
hip-hop-
summer.
or you
hip
said it's
hop-
gonna be like
Did
the
I
song
say
of the
song of
year.
the summer?
Bro, hip hop is
Definitely.
international now, bro.
Did I say song of the year? No, I did not.
It's been international though. Hip hop's been international since the.
We
It's
don't have
been
to go back to that. We don't
international,
have to go
but
back to that.
we don't
Yeah,
have
yeah,
we don't have a
we
lot. We didn't used to have a lot of international artists that were
Oh,
that were here.
no.
Yeah,
All right, Burna Boy.
like artists that weren't from the U.S. That traditionally wasn't it.
Yeah, I mean it's more accepting. They bring, but I think, but that's because that's also a byproduct of we're more global. So you can, with the advancement of the internet and people being able to communicate with people without like borderless contact, that's why.
Borderless
So it's a lot. Wasn't nice. It's still harder for international artists to break the U.S., but it's easier now.
Right. That's yeah. I
So
mean,
of course, but
I
that's
mean,
just
when
due
I
to
gave the
advancement
example
I
of-
think if it was possible in the '90s, you would have had that same shit too.
No, you
I feel
probably
like-
did.
huh?
You,
No,
you-
it would have been harder.
You're
Is what I'm
sa-
saying. It's for an
there were
artist,
there
an international-
UK. I'm sure people in the UK were rapping when rap first started in America.
I agree
We just
with
don't
you.
know about it. We just didn't
I'm
know about
saying because of the internet and because of how borderless the communications are, we now can see like, oh, these niggas is cold. But that's also but that's also why these UK niggas is booming like that, or why these like they got something to say that people can relate to.
Oh, I thought you said it wasn't always international.
No, he's.
Oh, you
I
said
know. I
that.
think I'm saying there's.
I don't
always-
remember who said it.
U.S. artists have always been international since like the.
Yeah, I was
think,
saying,
like
yeah.
the late '90s, 2000s.
Right. But
He's saying
international artists
international
haven't been
coming-
international or haven't really
Correct.
broken into here in a mainstream way like they have probably in the past 10 years. Like,
I'm saying that's a byproduct of the internet,
yeah.
and I think if you would have had that,
it's a
access
byproduct of the
early-
internet and byproduct of things of just like it being widely accepted.
Yeah, but I also think the biggest reason why these like UK niggas is booming like this is because they can rap good, and they rapping better than our rappers.
But
So it's
people
like-
also like the drill sound, and the drill sound's big over there.
But if you think about like the big niggas in the UK, Central C, Dave, what's the other boy?
Yeah, but I think
them
that's just
niggas
like
really rap though.
They do.
Skepta, like they can really rap. So I think a product of that is like some of our rappers aren't as good lyrically, and then not only are their beats cold, they can rap about they also live the same life that we kind of live, and they from the slums, they from the gutter. They talking about being from the slums, being from the gutter, making it out.
Yeah.
And it sounds good.
Yeah, but I
If
think
that shit didn't
yeah.
like if niggas didn't have shit to really talk about and people could relate to, that shit went boom.
Yeah.
All right,
It's all about- I think it's all
Yeah,
about
we
that.
are like
I
the
think
the
point's
two
been
the
made.
two what do you call it? The two metaphors I gave with the NBA and fast food are just like or not fast food, but just like bigger restaurants when they become bigger and franchise more. I feel like that should have communicated that we were on the same page.
I just think like the
Because they think about the NBA, like people from Europe, right, that make it into the NBA. Where you're not getting like Kevin Porter Jr.'s or like other people who are less fundamental. Kevin Porter, you're getting the best of the best from over there, and that's when they make it here.
yeah.
It's not you're
But them
you see
niggas
what
be
I'm
so
saying?
skewed is my point. So it's
Right,
not
yeah,
like-
you get the best fundamental people. That's gonna happen in any
ain't-
like
these
if you're
niggas
coming
ain't all
if
just
you're coming
turnout.
over here or if we're gonna accept you over here, you're gonna have to be best of the best fundamental. But if you're homegrown, you have a little more leeway, and I think, yeah, I think that's what's happening with hip hop too.
Sure, you going to the gym? Why you come out here looking all swole? You look pissed.
Okay, so August 25th, Burna Boy releases a album.
Cool.
Next thing.
We could have waited
No, the fuck
until
it's
it
not.
came out. But anyway,
New
streaming.
Mick in a couple
streaming
weeks. New
hard-
Mick Jenkins.
A
Hard
Hard Knocks
Knocks.
came out. I'm assuming nobody watched it.
Heck
Fuck
no.
no.
It was a great
It's only
episode.
you, bro.
Also, they gave Cincy a little bit of love when Sauce Gardner graduated. But just seeing Aaron Rodgers on the team, it is a good episode. But I can already tell this season's going to be an Aaron Rodgers slurp fest because that's essentially what the whole episode was. But nah, it was good. If you like Hard Knocks, I definitely recommend watching it. The
Johnny Football.
Yes, Johnny Football, the Untold story. Any of y'all watch that?
No.
So just the story of Johnny Manziel. Him going to it starts off high school. Him going to Texas A&M, blowing up. And I didn't realize Cause y'all remember when Johnny Football was popping, and
It's
they
called the Untold story. Obviously, you didn't realize.
yeah, but the whole thing of the reason he had all this money was because his parents came from oil money. That was a lie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was a lie
Oh,
that his friend, because his friend throughout his time in college was like his manager, and that was the lie. And that the fact that no one investigated it is crazy, because I know like people be investigating everything. It's just like, oh, he comes from oil money, which was a complete lie.
AG, he was white. They was not investing
Yeah.
white players back then.
That's very true. And then him just admitting to studying zero film. I'm sure y'all probably seen those clips on Twitter. But him studying zero film in the NFL. And then that he just didn't give a fuck. Once he got to the NFL, he didn't enjoy it. He didn't give a fuck. He said he was going to try and off himself. It never happened. But yeah, it was a good doc. And then Barbie, just to reiterate what AJ said on the AJ and Luke episode, Barbie was actually very entertaining. I have to admit it. I like the message. Ryan Gosling did a good job. Margot Robbie did a good job. And just the whole like set production.
Yes.
Like everything.
Bro, it was amazing.
If I was a little girl that played with Barbies, I'd be like, yo, they killed it.
I think it like, I think it, I thought someone got shot outside again. It, did a good job of like bridging the gap between like the younger generation and the older generation. And there was also kind of like this theme of, mother-daughter too that was lit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good real life, well thought out themes, and the writing was great. You said, set design was good. How they executed was great. And yeah, I think Margot should get. I think I said it before, but I think she should get an Oscar for.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite parts, and that took like a lot of thought and attention to detail, probably, was when we were in Barbie World first.
Yeah.
And she does the morning routine, and she steps out of the heels, and her feet don't go down, like her
Yeah,
heels stay how they
exactly.
are. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. That's great.
My favorite part was Ryan Ken. Him just being like, my job is beach. Like he's
My
not
job
a
is beach. Yeah.
He's like,
You guys
we're
don't have
gonna
any beach here?
beach each other off. Or
He
whatever.
walked into the he was looking for a job. He's like, I do beach.
Yeah. And he was like, are you trying to be a lifeguard? He's like, no, I don't do that.
I don't do that. I stand here looking looking beach.
Yeah.
Everyone should see it. Everyone should see it. So Paradise movie, it's on Netflix. It's an international film. Really, really good. It's a cool concept. It is kind of like, it's kind of futuristic or like a dystopian or whatever, where you can can sell time in your life. Like, so for like, I think one of the scenes opens up with a guy selling maybe like 10 years of his life or something like that, or 30 or whatever. Yeah, of his life for $700K.
Damn.
Right.
Bro, I'm like, definitely selling time. What you mean?
Yeah, and it's like, so there's a lot of and then there was another one which another main theme where, actually no, I won't.
Wait, but in the movie,
I won't ruin this.
Do they know when they're supposed to die? Because like, what if you sell 10 years
and then you
just die the next day?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's like,
It's probably you all started like 100 or something.
yeah. So there's one part where it's like, oh, someone had to like leverage a lot of time, right? And when they were older, like they had like disease and stuff at that point.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And people, like, there's like obviously groundbreaking technology that lets you take time from someone, and it doesn't happen like right away on the table. Like, they take these years from you and they give them to someone else, and then that person gets younger, and then the other person, like, over the next few days, like when you're recovering from surgery, like they get older and they end up being this old. And it's like, huh?
Can you buy time back?
Yeah, you can buy time back.
So is time,
or you have to buy it from someone else, though.
Is it one flat rate, or do people just negotiate?
I think it's negotiating, and it's also it depends on, like, I don't know. Actually, they didn't really say what the rates were, but like 40 years was like $1 billion or something, or I don't know. It was like a ton of money.
$70K for a year, if that's what that one person did.
It would be like $700K. No, $700K.
Yeah, but you said for 10 years.
I think it might have been
1 year. That'd be $70K.
But it's like, so it's like, oh, you get you can wait 10 years and try to earn that much money. And like, this is how the salespeople for it will sell. Like, oh, you can wait 10 years or try to earn 700K over those 10 years.
Yeah.
But your parents are going to be gone by that point, are really, really old, and you could change their life today, kind of thing. You could change your life today. And then who knows, if you hit it off later, you can buy some time back or something. I don't know. Or not, I don't know, but that's kind of like what the sales pitch was. So it was a really interesting concept, kind of lit. It was a good movie, good writing. Yeah. Lorena Bobbit.
Yeah, it's a documentary on Amazon. I think it's Amazon Prime. Or, yeah, it might be Amazon Prime or Apple TV. I don't think we have Apple TV, but it's a Lorena Bobbitt documentary. If I don't know who Lorena Bobbitt is, she cut her husband's dick off in the 90s.
Oh, and
she
threw it out the
cut it
window?
off or bit it off?
Nah, cut it. Like
This whole
that
time I
bitch
thought
off.
she bit it
And
off.
she
That
threw it
shit's a
off
wild, it's
the
a
window,
wild
right?
documentary. No, yeah, she threw it out the window. So it gives you both sides of the story and like the
Did the
both court
husband
cases.
survive?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got his dick back too. They found it.
They
There's a
found
search
it, put
party
back
for it.
on. Yeah, watch
They
it. It's
found
a
it,
good
put it back
documentary, bro.
on.
If you don't know too much about it, watch it. You'll learn everything.
You'll learn
I'm gonna
everything.
watch it, but
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a search party for
Yeah,
his
and then
meat.
they talk. I forgot what podcast I was listening to. They talked about it. It was one of Joe Rogan's one. He's like, "That has to be a good sized dick if they found it."
Yeah,
She threw it out
for
the
real.
window driving, and then she told him where it happened, and
They
then
show you
they found
everything
it.
too. They show you the severed dick, his balls. Like
Jeez.
Oh, she cut his.
she cut the
ball?
No, she cut
Just the
his,
staff
like
off.
she
Oh.
staff. But they show you like how he goes into surgery and is separated from the.
And was it just like a part of it, or
no,
was it from the
slice,
base?
Like his meat was
Like
off,
from
G.
the base?
I don't know. I don't know, but his
Probably
meat-
it was close to the nuts. I'm pretty
It was
sure.
like his meat was off, G, like head and foreskin and yeah.
Wow.
And then you see just the 90s was a wild, like media in general, like 90s was a wild time. So
Definitely
we're watching
was.
that series, and yeah, if you want to learn more about that case, because they show you both cases, because they went to trial for two different cases. It's a good documentary to watch.
Okay.
Cool. We're good. Moving on to sports.
Yep.
Eagles, Super Bowl or bust?
Is
Why
that
it
how you
Super Bowl
feel?
or bust?
Who put that?
I
Lukey?
did. I did.
Oh, is
No,
that-
I don't feel like it's a Super Bowl or bust, but
Yeah, I said I did.
I was at.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's a Super Bowl or bust because I think we got a good franchise quarterback, and I think we can be, as long as we have a good roster, I think we're in contention every year.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's hard for me to imagine the roster being any better than what it is right now. Like, y'all are stacked.
We were
right?
stacked last year. I think it was better.
No,
last
but
year.
Yeah,
y'all
but y'all
know-
even more stacked
y'all
this
are
year.
more stacked this
and
year.
more experience.
On offense, yes. Defense, no.
Who'd you lose on defense?
Javon Hargraves. We lost
but didn't you add,
Michael. We lost Javon Hargraves.
Okay, and
We
y'all
had
just drafted
Jalen
great-
Carter and Nolan Smith. But we
And
don't.
you added veterans, no?
We also
Why can't I
lost.
think of it?
We also lost both our linebackers and
Okay,
Kaiser
y'all-
White and
Y'all just drafted another good linebacker and just signed Miles Jack.
yeah,
Miles.
true, but
And the other- who
but
they just signed
TJ
too?
Edwards had 100
Miles
tackles.
Jack and someone else. It was two on the same day.
It was two.
It was Miles Jack. And
They got
some, like,
DeAndre
a smaller
Swift too.
guy. Yeah.
Bro, y'all
We also
are-
lost CJ GJ. We didn't
Bro, he
replace
doesn't know
him.
who his team got.
Well,
Okay.
because
They
the
definitely got
second
better, bro. Y'all
linebacker we
definitely
got's
got
not going to
Chauncey
start.
Gardner, I'll give you that.
Yeah, we lost Chauncey Gardner. So we lost a lot on defense.
You also replaced some of those though.
We lost Miles Sanders, 1,000
No,
yard
but
rusher.
that's an
But you got
upgrade.
DeAndre Swift
you
as an
gotta
upgrade.
But he's also injury prone. We don't know if he's an upgrade
So is
yet 'cause
Miles
he has to stay
Sanders.
healthy.
Nah, but he's an
But
upgrade.
Miles Sanders had a career year last year.
But he's
he had-
also an upgrade.
Regardless, y'all also have an amazing O line. Y'all know my stance on running backs.
True,
and
but we
clearly the NFL
lost
stance.
we lost Isaac Seamalu.
I don't know who that.
And we
Oh,
replaced
that's a lineman.
It's an interior
Okay.
lineman. Yeah, we replaced him with Cam Jurgens. But so we lost a
Cam
lot
Jurgens
of good
not bad?
pieces. No, he's not bad, but he's not. Isaac Seamalu was really good too.
But you also
And I
know if y'all don't win it, well, I feel like regardless, Kelsey's retiring after this year.
Possibly.
Yeah, it sucks.
So I mean, do we still have a great roster? Yes. Personally, I think
Probably a top five roster
I think
still.
our roster was better defensively. It was better last year, and we also have two new coordinators this year, so it's a lot of moving parts.
Well, you want the new coordinator anyway.
Yeah, I don't. Well, not on offense, on defense.
You want to get the defense.
Yeah, because Jonathan Gannon was.
But you still got your same head coach that he. Wait, Sirianni's defense guy or
he was the offensive.
I
guy.
Yeah,
was
so you're still fine
also
there.
incorrect. Y'all
But-
didn't have the most players in the NFL top 100. Y'all had the second most. The 49ers had the most with 8. Y'all had 7. I
Gotcha.
think the Cowboys also might have had 7.
But Sirianni didn't call plays either. AJ Steichen called plays last year. But I think our offense improved a little bit because running back by committee.
Yeah.
We, instead of paying,
Did you guys get another receiver or no? Not that you need one.
We lost. Who'd we lose? Well, we got Zacharias. What's his name?
Yeah, I can't remember what team he was on last year, but yeah.
Well, Atlanta. He played with Mariota.
Yeah, that's what it is.
We got him, but he's not even been our best fourth receiver. Nagata has been our best fourth receiver, but we still got our top three, which is Quez, Goddard, AJ, and Smith. So we'll see. I think our offense is definitely better this year.
Yeah.
I don't think our defense is better. Our defense is they still got to prove it. Now, our defensive line, we still got hella depth on the defensive line, but we also lost a 10-sack interior lineman. Like, that makes a big deal. We're hoping that our rookies can fill those shoes and do what he do, but last year we had a career year in sacks. I don't think we're getting 70 sacks this season.
I think y'all can.
Yeah, I think y'all can too. And
bro,
word
year
at training camp is the rookies are lit.
And DeAndre Swift is coming.
On the defensive end,
they've been looking pretty good, but we won't know yet until we put the pads on. It's gonna be hard for us to. We were second all time in sacks last year, and we missed the record by like 2 or 3 sacks. Yeah. To do that again, that's gonna be hard. But
as far as your edge rushers go,
we might have improved. I'm hoping we improved.
I think Washington football team is gonna be good this year.
What the heck?
And our schedule is a lot harder.
Sam Howell can.
Sam Howell played well yesterday.
Yeah, he's been playing well. He played well at the end of last year too. Our O line is still okay, but I mean we have a lot of talent on offense and defense, so I think we can surprise some people.
Surprise!
We were one of the teams that beat the Eagles last year. I think we were the ones who made them undefeated or not undefeated anymore.
Yeah.
I just can't believe Baker Mayfield's about to be my starting quarterback, bro.
Would you rather Kyle Trask?
No, well, either.
Well, there's been rumors like they might trade for Trey Lance, or maybe not rumors, but people saying like they should. Yeah.
Yeah, because Brock Purdy's probably gonna start there again, huh?
Shit, Brock Purdy.
If he's healthy.
Yeah.
It's just preseason.
I know. In practice, I think. So he wasn't looking good at practice.
Another latest thing in sports. Oh, not latest, but Liz Cambage got slept.
Yes.
She got slept in 2021, but the video was released after she what do you call it? It was against Nigeria that she got slept.
Yeah.
And then she came out saying, "Huh?
She got slept?
I don't know, bro. She
got knocked off her feet.
She got knocked, smacked.
She got knocked off. She got super jump punched. She didn't even break her fall. So that's what I would say she got slept. Yeah, she probably woke up when she hit the ground maybe, but she was definitely out there for a second.
That's a big bitch.
Bro, she's like 7 feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, she had to get jump punched to get knocked out. But it came out after she expressed interest in joining Nigeria, which is like, I think that's kind of weak that someone would release it then, especially if Nigeria was interested in having her come there, because it's just like more stuff they have to explain and like
well,
it's like the Draymond Green and Jordan Poole thing.
That's not the case though. She was lying.
About what?
So the whole issue is she was sitting with what's shorty name? She's kind of bad. Not Malika Andrews, but the other.
I know who you're talking about.
Taylor Rooks.
Taylor Rooks. Yeah. I think she was sitting with Taylor Rooks, and they talked about the incident because the initial reports was that they got into it with team. She's Team Australia, no?
Yeah.
They were doing a joint like.
It was a close scrimmage,
with Team Nigeria, and she called them monkeys.
Yeah.
And
no, she disputes that she called them monkeys.
But no, the story is that she called them.
Coming on. The initial story is that she called them monkeys. So she was saying, "No, I never called them monkeys. That's a lie. I'm talking to the coaches at Nigeria to potentially play with Team Nigeria." So that's what she said on the tape. So then players from Nigeria was like, "No, bitch, you called us a monkey." Mm-hmm. And we got several other witnesses that will say you called us a monkey, and actually you're not talking to our actual coach, you're talking to our old coach, and the story of you joining Team Nigeria is not true. Then they released the video because they're releasing a video to show
as
that
evidence,
this bitch lying.
You got slept.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
thank you for correcting.
Because she was making it seem like she was a victim. Like, they lying on me.
Well,
That's
she
not
was
true.
a victim.
No, but before
she
that,
did get victimized.
She was playing dirty.
Yeah.
No, I seen.
Yeah.
Well, she also said, if you're gonna hear both sides, that there was things that happened before that weren't included in that video, which I can get like. So especially, I mean, if Nigeria is gonna release it, they're gonna be like, all right, let's show her slapping us or those team, and then we're gonna show us sleeping her.
But they released like a 10-minute video though. Like they showed like
really?
it was a
really?
long video. Yeah.
I only saw
so it was
part of it.
She was getting mad. She wasn't like part of it was.
You could trust Phil watched. Phil loves.
I watched the whole thing because I like to see both sides to see who's, like to try to deduce who's lying. Because I don't take everybody's word on face value. Because if you say something and you can control the narrative, okay, let me see what the other person that can't control the narrative is talking about. So they released the video. You watch the video. They hacked her because she's big, but then she also did some dirty shit.
Yeah.
And you could tell they were going back and forth. So whatever she said after she slapped Shorty really pissed Shorty off because she slapped Shorty, walks off. Shorty gets up, runs across the court, bams her.
And her teammates don't help her.
No, teammates don't do shit, which
Yeah.
says a lot.
It does.
Yeah.
So you either did something or said something foul, or don't nobody even be like, all right, you wrong for that. Like even if you say something foul and the nigga sleep you, I'ma still fight the nigga, and I can tell you wrong later. But like your teammates just look there and get slumped and don't do shit. So
They're like, damn, what's the play?
yeah,
What's the play, coach? Yes, I thought that was kind of crazy. But moving right along, USA FIBA team roster. What do you guys think of it?
Butt cheeks.
Yeah.
You think it's bad?
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
I think it's young. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I think
Well, it's not gonna be
it's a
bad.
good roster.
It's
NBA
not
players.
stacked as what we're used to
yeah,
seeing.
yeah.
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 That's facts.
Well, who
Hey, I
would
got
you
it.
want on there that would be stacked?
Wait, what?
He has to bounce.
He said he had to leave at
At
10.
10.
Oh, where's you going?
Nunio.
Where you going?
He's got fresh though.
Where you going? That's crazy. Couldn't even invite nobody.
Wow, that's facts.
Wow, bro.
But yeah, so what do you guys think of it? I think it's good. I like it, and maybe we might not win gold this year. I think we still have a chance, but it's also like we have to forego just throwing together an all-star team to build chemistry and stuff too, because we've seen how and with players that are going to be able to play for a while.
Yeah. I
Who
don't.
would you
even
rather have seen like on there that's not on there? And also, like more people show up for Olympics than just the FIBA tournament, which is kind of like has always been the theme and the kind of.
Oh yeah, this isn't. That is true.
Yeah,
this
next
is just
year is the
FIBA.
Olympics.
Yeah. Who's the best player on the team? I don't even remember all the players on the team.
I'd probably say
I'm gonna pull it
Anthony
up.
Edwards.
Also, who is the head coach? Is it Spoelstra or is it Kerr?
I think it's probably coaching by Kimmy. I don't know who's technically the head, but Spoelstra, and Kerr are both on there. I think there's one more person too.
Yeah, but
Bankero.
those are
Oh,
the,
Ty Lue.
I'll go over
Yeah.
Bankero, Mikal Bridges, Brunson, Ant, Halliburton, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Jaren Jackson, Cam Johnson, Walker Kessler, Bobby Portis, Austin Reeves. Steve Kerr is the head coach.
Yeah, I feel like.
I would say Ant Edwards is the best.
I think Walker Kessler should not be on that roster.
Is that the white dude? There's
That's
one
the-
white
he's
guy
from
I
Utah.
didn't know. Okay.
Well,
There's
Auburn.
one white
He
guy
went
I
to-
didn't know who it was.
yeah, but if
He's
they
a
think
rookie, the rookie.
yeah, but if they think he's gonna pan out, if they see some talent. Like these coaches coached against him, and they're like, we want him on the team. There's probably something there. There's been a few times where they have. Like Anthony Davis wasn't ready when he joined or whatever.
Yeah.
He was
And they
projected
were-
to be a great talent, but he was like in college still. You know, he was young.
Oh no, I think that's different. Walker Kessler was what round pick?
I don't know, but he was
Walker Kessler.
first team all rookie. Like
Yeah, but I don't think you can compare Walker Kessler to Ant Edwards when he
Anthony was still in
when he was
college.
coming
I'm just
into
saying, like,
yeah, but
Anthony
in
Davis
college
really
you knew
even
that he was
played.
going to be a star.
okay, so
So you don't need, when Walker Kessler is in college, you don't know that he's going to be a star. Honestly, Walker Kessler didn't even project to be a starter.
and it's
in the
not
league.
Olympics, bro. This is
No,
FIBA.
I know,
That's what I'm saying.
I know.
The other thing was he had him on the Olympic team. You still need players who are younger that you think you can develop or can like. It's not about just having an all-star team. You have to have players that play well together.
Yeah.
So there's more that goes into it, rather than the best of the best, or like having a number one guy at every position.
I mean, I guess the USA has seen success with the best of the best on the rosters.
Have they already played a game?
They've also seen like not success too.
But more often than not, they saw success.
And
they're not
you
gonna
had
be
that
100%.
success with the best of the best when they were young, and then they continued to play together, and that's kind of like it's just a changing of the guard right now. That's really what it is.
Have they already played a game?
They played like scrimmages and stuff,
Okay.
and they've been playing well.
The Canada versus Germany, that was the actual game or just a scrimmage?
No, the actual games don't start till the 25th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
August.
they're like international friendlies, I think,
Gotcha.
right now.
Yeah.
But
And
but I don't know.
I don't even
Tyrese
think all
Halliburton's
players
on
are
there. Anthony, like he's great. Anthony Davis is great. I mean, Anthony Edwards is great. Jalen Brunson, he's really good. I think his game will translate internationally too. Like to the international roles.
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges as well, who's coming into his own. They're just not the marquee names, which usually happens when it's not Olympics. But I think these are going to be the marquee names of the future.
I mean, I don't know. Bobby Portis is on there too. I don't think I feel like Bobby Portis.
Well, I mean,
He's
not
not young.
not every
How
and
old
not
is
every
he?
single person on the team is going to be a marquee name of the future. But I'm saying you have those marquee players on there still.
How old is Bobby Portis?
I don't even know if I had to guess. I would say 27.
That's still pretty young, bro.
I mean, obviously for age it's young, but for NBA, like
Yeah.
that's like 27 is like you're probably in
Do you
your
watch
prime
him?
or
Do you watch
you're on
Bobby
your way
Portis
out.
play too? He's really good.
No,
He
I
just-
know Bobby Portis is good,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like, when I think about a team that represents the USA, I don't think about Bobby Portis.
I don't think about any of those players.
Oh no, I think about
Oh,
some
really?
of them, but
Maybe like 3 of them.
If I'm
No.
putting in the context of FIBA and not Olympics, then for sure they're like, yeah, I want Bobby Portis on the Heat. Like I've wanted him on the Heat for a while. Like he hits threes. He plays good defense.
yeah, but
he
wanting him on
gets
your
offensive
team is not the
rebounds.
same as
and-
wanting him to represent USA.
bro,
There's
if
less
I was
spots.
coaching Team USA and looking at the other bigs around the league, American bigs around the league, Bobby Portis is up there for me. And if I'm building a team and people who I want, if I'm having really ball dominant like Anthony Edwards and Tyrese Halliburton, who's a point guard, and players like that, I'm not looking for. I mean, I don't even know who else is an American big that is good.
I don't have to Google it.
Yeah, like you don't know. Like maybe
No, but that's just
maybe
'cause I
Karl
can't
Anthony
think of it right
Towns,
now.
but yeah. But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of like if you think of the top bigs, most
Anthony
of them.
Davis, we just talked about him. I'd rather
Yeah,
have
but
Anthony
he's
Davis
hurt all the
than-
time, and he's gonna show up for Olympics. He's not gonna get hurt in FIBA when he's trying to win an NBA championship. So when you look at who's actually available, who's going to participate, Bobby Portis is up there.
I don't know. I think I just can't think of any. Not that there aren't any.
Yeah, I
But
think you just have to adjust
can't think of
your thinking from Olympics and the best All Stars in the league to who's gonna show up for FIBA and play, and also who can probably help or continue to be there in the future.
I mean, bro, like
I'd probably have Zion in there, but he's not going to join because he's going to get hurt. Like there's just players, but there's a certain risk that you're not as a top player, you're not, or as a very very like cream of the crop player, top 10 or whatever, that you're not going to take for a FIBA international play versus the Olympics. And that theme has been prevalent for the past 20 years. Probably more. But if I'm building a team to win, I want Bobby Portis on it. And who we're playing? We're playing international. Most international teams, like they would want Bobby Portis on their team if he wasn't playing for the US.
I mean, there's a lot, bro. Miles Turner.
Who gets hurt a lot.
No, but even if they get hurt a lot, if they're healthy right now, they can still play. Jared
Right,
Allen.
but I'm saying like if it's exposure.
And every
factor.
player in the NBA has probably gotten hurt at some point. Wendell Carter.
Yeah, but some are more injury prone. Wendell Carter, I don't want him. I want Bobby Portis over Wendell Carter.
Nick Claxton.
I want Bobby Portis over Nick Claxton. Nick Claxton can't shoot threes. He can't hit free throws.
I mean, no, but the players that I'm naming, I would rather them over Walker Kessler. They're all
Maybe,
better.
yeah.
They're all similar players to Walker Kessler, but better. Mitch Robinson. I'd rather him than Walker Kessler.
I don't
Very
think I
similar players.
Would. I don't think I would. I don't know what Walker Kessler does shooting wise, and
No, he just blocks.
and I mean he gets
He's pretty
he
much
scores around the rim too.
Yeah, but he's pretty. I'm saying like he's gonna score on like majority dunks.
Yeah, he's a good defensive. But I think he hits free throws too, but I'm not sure. Maybe not. I think he might be like 60s.
All right, y'all got anything else?
Oh wait, I think there was some other
There
stuff on
wasn't.
there. U.S. women's soccer. They got clapped, right?
Yeah, they did.
They're out of there.
They're out.
That's crazy. Who would have thought?
Not I.
They increased the field of teams.
Oh, the amount of teams that can join.
Yeah, and so teams that would have never made it in the past are making it now.
And like taking advantage of the
Yeah.
opportunity, it seems.
Yeah. So good for them.
But yeah, U.S. women's, you guys got to get back on top.
Colombia has a 16-year-old player who is, I think she's left wing. She's so lit.
Really?
You've probably seen highlights. So this was her first World Cup, and she has scored, I think, 3 goals. She scored in the first game.
Really?
Yeah. And then scored a nasty goal at the corner of the box, like second game or third game of the tournament. But she's lit.
Cool. I think that's all we got.
All right.
It's been another episode, pretty long one.
Yeah,
But I think
that's what you
there's
said.
some-
I
there's
think
some
that's
good-
all we got. I was
Yeah,
like,
there's some
we got a lot.
good topics and stuff. We still haven't gotten to doing our superlatives, so
Oh shit.
But-
Yeah, we'll have to do that
but-
when Phil's here too.
Damn.
yeah, we'll have to do it for when Phil's here, but two, like there was just too much that happened in the past week
Yeah.
for us to fit it in today. So
Our
sorry to
bad,
you, Tati, but
Tatiana.
we're gonna get it done. Dang, Phil's not here for it.
Peace.
Peace.